especially you. It's the Bob and Tom Show. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Christy.
Hi, Chick.
Hello, Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold. Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold has a sore throat. Bless his heart, he'll be as soon as he feels better. I'm Chick McGee, and here is the one, the only Tom Griswold. Your Bighorn stats.
We heard from the Bob and Tom Band and Orchestra and the classic Camel Toe by special request. If you'd like to make a request to this program, it's very simple.
And why wouldn't you?
Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Easily reached via email. We certainly enjoy hearing from you and see what's on your mind, and we'll try to give you a minimum amount of what is on ours because it's usually not much. We have everybody sorting through their stuff. I had, this is a technical thing. I know there are certain words you never hear, but you just see them when you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
I was that long way. I was that way with the word macabre for quite a while. In my brain, I said macabre.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
I knew that was wrong.
When you take your papers and go through them, apparently that's riffling through your papers.
Riffling through your papers?
It's riffling.
Oh, do you think it was rifling?
Not rifling.
I always thought it was rifling, but I never really heard.
It is riffling?
Yeah.
I thought it was rifling.
I did too.
Let's check with our staff entomologist. It's Josh Arnold. Have you always heard riffling?
I've heard both, but I've heard both.
No, so and then I just heard Christy riffling over there.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Nice riff.
We have an email.
We have and we have some interesting stuff going on in the world of news and sports, and we got an update on the topless maid. That's made quite an impression on people, apparently. What have you got your email over there? What is it?
Actually, we need to start with the outro of sports. Maybe that'll
The outro of sports.
cheer you up.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is how when you're done with your sportscast, we typically have little Finn do her singing.
Hey, Lucky, this is what you farted for.
Okay. Hello, this is from Micah. For the life of me, I can't figure out what Tom's daughter Finn is saying at the end of Chick Sportscast. Can you please tell me?
Oh, she's saying, Chick McGee,
Right?
this is what you farted for.
Of course. Yeah. What else would she be saying?
I understand.
Maybe fighting for?
Yeah, I think
And
it's
how did that-
nonsensical. And when she recorded that, she was probably 8.
And how did that, wasn't she saying that around the house and you got her to record it or something? Yeah.
Yeah, she was just.
She's just saying Chick McGee.
Yeah, I'm not sure
I don't
why.
understand, though, why she would associate my name and farting.
Yeah, I don't wonder why.
What's going on there?
If I remember correctly, she was singing Chick McGee, this is what you're fighting for. And then when Tom went to get her to said, hey, I want to record you singing that, she threw in farting in that take.
Thought it was great. So.
Yeah.
Another
It's a keeper.
Another Griswold.
Another Griswold, another future morning
Not
radio
gonna get
star.
Not going to get any better than this.
That's right. That's exactly
Coming
right.
up in the news, we have Buffalo Wild Wing news.
It's wild.
Yeah, and it's another one of those ridiculous lawsuits. We have other delights, but I'm not up to speed here on sports except for the sad story.
What?
Oh,
One
yeah.
of my favorite guys.
There were a couple sad stories, actually.
Yeah, there are. In fact, yeah,
I haven't
you're
seen
right.
any news.
You ever hear Tom talk about Dick Fosbury?
Oh, the Fosbury flop.
Fosbury
Yeah, the
flop.
Fosbury flop was.
Was a new way of high jumping.
I mean, how often is there a revolution in a sporting event?
He found a way to carry
that isn't based on equipment or
the momentum without slowing down. It's quite interesting.
the Fosbury flop, which is the backwards high jump.
Are you telling me this guy just died?
Yeah, he's 76.
Wow, I would have
I
thought
want
he
to
was...
say
I'm with him. I thought he was
he
gone long
debuted
time
at the
ago.
Mexico Games in
68.
68.
But the height went like immediately a foot higher.
Yeah.
When he started doing the flip.
Right.
He's got a cool life story, and he was.
I'll have to read.
He was
I'll
advised.
look it up.
People didn't think he could do. He invented it, Josh.
He was a member of the FBI for 25 years.
really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's false.
Yeah.
The point is, it's
Ian Chuck Barris?
Dick Fosbury.
Boy, that's a good movie.
Really liked. It was I was a little kid, and he just reinvented an entire sport. But
Yeah.
it was exciting. Did you ever high jump, Josh?
See, this is funny.
Have
Tom.
you ever high jumped? Tom?
Yeah. My
There's
brother.
no way you did.
My brother was pretty good, actually.
This is funny because I'm on the other side now because I've always found this interesting. It's right there in my childhood, the Fosbury flop, and I think he is an interesting guy. But Josh is on where I used to be. He's pulling his hair out because we're talking about this.
No, you're fine.
And I can understand.
Before that,
It really
when you
doesn't affect me.
high jumped. What'd you do? Scissor it over?
There was the so-called Western roll and the scissor kick, and of course Valerie Brumel, the great Russian.
The women would primarily.
No, that's Valerie
scissor
Brumel,
kick.
a man.
Yeah.
I know it was a man, but I was making a joke about scissoring.
I see. I see.
Love is
Here's
love.
here's the actual text of an article about this. At the 1968 Mexico City Olympics, Dick Fosbury took off at an angle, leaped backward, bent himself into a J shape to catapult his 6'4" frame over the bar.
Amazing.
And then crashed headfirst into the landing pit.
That was the big Olympics. Also, Bob Beeman.
Wasn't that Mark Spitz's?
29 feet, yeah.
No,
72,
that was 68 was the fists in the air.
Yeah, John Carlos. And,
Fewer things more boring than
Tommy
Olympic
Smith.
trivia.
Oh, Bob Beeman.
Like whenever it comes up in Trivial Pursuit
These
or
are
anything like that, you're like, oh my God, who
these are
cares?
high watermarks in the world of sports. They're more important than hockey.
They really aren't. It's
Beeman beat the record by like 3 feet.
Like
I
3
think.
feet, and
it's
he
amazing.
lost his
the
mind.
Olympics are as inconsequential as any sporting event.
Well, I
when it
suppose-
comes
so
in
would
the
you like-
grand scheme of things.
Would you like to get to the Buffalo Wild Wings story? Is that what you're saying?
No.
I teased that. Is that more interesting than the great Dick Fosbury?
They have a point on this
I'll
one.
hold my tongue for the sake of
What?
Willie and I agree. Those boneless wings are not wings.
We haven't gotten to the story yet, Ace.
Easy.
That's a tease.
Ace.
You know something, Ace? You know what else they're not? They're not Buffalo, okay?
That's the spice, I think.
It's a geographic.
City, yeah.
How come these wings ain't made of buffalo? God, I wish I were the judge.
I'm surprised.
If I were the judge in this case, the lawyer and the guy suing would be in prison. Not jail, prison.
Did you just
Okay,
say
you're wasting my time.
honk
1 year
on
in
these
prison.
wings?
What?
Unless, of course, he found a new way to jump a hurdle or something.
Honk on
Well,
these
yeah.
wings?
Yeah.
See, he's a Philistine. Why don't you open a book, John?
Christy, I'll help you out.
What?
Before Dick Fosbury, high jumpers cleared the heights by running parallel to the bar, using a straddle kick to leap over.
That's how we did it in junior high school.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dick, he
Wait a minute,
revolutionized
hold
the
it.
sport.
Time out. You were a high jumper?
No, but we had to take
Okay.
we had track in high
was
school,
gonna
and
say.
they made us do all the
Revolutionized a sport
events.
that I'm going to guess 250 people take part in this country every year.
High jumpers?
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Oh, no.
Every high school has a high jumper. Every track.
Yeah,
team.
one,
At least
one or
three or
two.
four. Three or
So-
four.
Oh,
Josh,
All right, I'll give you 2,500.
Josh, it's the-
2,500 people.
it's the simplest of events. Now,
One of the reasons I don't care about it.
I imagine that if we did a high jump competition in this building.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Josh?
Now, Pat Godwin is a former pole vaulter.
Well, there's no way to check that.
It's all out there.
Now,
There's video. There.
Sure, there is, Pat.
by the
Put
way,
up the video.
The Fosbury flop has so revolutionized the sport of high jumping, Josh, that the last time anyone didn't use it in the Olympics was in '76. It's completely taken over. This guy's
Terrific.
young kid, Dick Fosbury.
good for him.
And I think we're also lucky
Aren't we?
because it could have been. What if it had been called the Dick Flop? That sounds like something you'd appreciate from one of your porno movies. I'll tell you what.
While you're sitting there watching porno, eating your pizzas. You know.
yeah.
Not able to high jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Anything else?
sorry. Wow.
You are grossly overestimating how many people are affected by this man's death.
No, but it's the fact that he
His family barely
revolutionized.
gives a sh.
He revolutionized the sport.
Oh,
Josh.
Dick died? I thought he was already
boy, I
dead.
thought-
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Name
Christmas
another
will
athlete
be
who
the, same.
another athlete who completely revolutionized a sport.
I'm not interested in this.
Okay.
There's nothing you can do to make me care.
It's okay, Tom. I'm interested in this. I find it
I'd
fascinating.
like to apologize to Mr. Fosbury's family.
We had some free agent signings. We'll talk about it. The most handsome man in the history of the National Football League is changing cities. And New York Yankee has passed away. One of Tom's favorite
Oh,
players
God.
in the
Again, we're
history
going
of
to have to go through this?
Joe Pepitone.
Who the hell's that?
Famous for his bad toupees. he's ripped apart in
Honestly, it
ball form
says
by
here.
Jim Bouton.
Oh, my
Says here,
gosh.
the AP copy, Joe Pepitone, all-star, gold glove, first baseman, famous for his flamboyant personality, hair pieces, and penchant for nightlife.
Oh, how old was
He makes an appearance in ball 4.
108.
Right now, it's quiz time. I know it's early. We'd like to do a real quick quiz. Chick McGee, your sleep number setting is?
100, Tom, a firm mattress. That's the way I lay there.
And we look at Christy Lee and go, Christy, what's your...
oh, I'm a lot softer. 40.
40. So if you were doing the Fosbury flop into a sleep number bed,
Yeah, you'd want the 40.
you'd want the 40.
A little bit softer now.
The point is, 8 out of 10 couples prefer a different mattress firmness. This is this should be called the peace at home bed because everybody's happy. If it's not firm enough,
Is everybody happy?
crank it up. It's a simple notion. It's been perfected by the folks at Sleep Number. Other issues, maybe you're sleeping too hot or too cold. Well, you're not alone. Sleep Number has developed special beds that have issues that will help you with your issue with temperature. They've also got beds that crank up in the back so you can get your head up perhaps to get rid of that snoring partner problem. But right now, they've got something very special going on at the Sleep Number stores. I'm talking about their best sale ever. Save $1,200 on the Sleep Number 360 i10 smart bed. Plus special financing for a limited time. Subject to credit approval. Get the details at your Sleep Number store. You find them at sleepnumber.com/BT show. Sleepnumber.com/BT show. Choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number because your best day requires your best night prior to that day. That's what I'm saying. Get a great night's sleep. Thank you, Sleep Number. I know I love my Sleep Number bed. Also coming up, we have updates regarding the famous topless maid and her service because there were a lot of questions. She went on social media, answered a lot.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
You know who had one of the first topless maids?
Who?
Dick Fosbury.
Dick Fosbury.
Ah.
Did he create the Fosbury flop? We'll be right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Hey, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. President Joe Biden is sticking with a blue and white color scheme for the exterior of the new version of Air Force One. The Air Force says the light blue on the new model of the modified 747s that transport the president will be a little bit deeper and more modern in tone than the current robin's egg blue. Boeing is modifying 2 of its 747-800 aircraft that will use the Air Force One call sign when the president is aboard. They will replace the existing fleet of 2 aging Boeing aircraft. A rocket made almost completely of 3D printed parts remains grounded after back-to-back launch aborts. Relativity space rockets came within a half second of blasting off Saturday on its debut flight from Cape Canaveral. The engines ignited but abruptly shut down, leaving the rocket standing on its pad. Launch controllers reset the countdown clock, tried again, but once more onboard flight computers halted the countdown, this time with 45 seconds remaining. Wednesday's launch attempt also got down to the final minute. And a gory story coming out of Texas. Authorities are investigating what led a man to fatally shoot himself just before deputies entered his home and found he'd been living with a corpse for months. Neighbors alerted the sheriff's office Saturday that they had been concerned because they have not seen their neighbor in months. At the scene, deputies noted flies and a bad odor. After entering the home, they heard a gunshot and found the body of a man who had fatally shot himself. In another room, deputies found the decomposing body of another man. Once again, this is near Houston, Texas. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Don't.
The Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
In the studio with us, comedian Mike McRae. I understand you're a big Indiana Jones guy. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite movie series ever, man. Mm-hmm. And those movies are always like, when I went to college, I would watch those all the time. I'd be like that would be the professor to have for any kind of class. Because he just, every semester, he just, takes off for 3 or 4 weeks to save the world or find some Inca staff in Peru or something, Like he walks into the first day. All right, class, my name's Dr. Indiana Jones. I'll be your professor for Archaeology 101. His dad busts in the door. Junior! Dad, I'm teaching class here. Junior, there's no time. Rommel Zombie's about to uncover the Sword of Destiny in a Vandalic horde in Tunisia. Look, I can't just go chasing after some sword all the time. It's not just any sword, Junior. It's Balmung. Balmung. The legendary sword of Siegfried, bestowed by his widow upon Theodoric the Ostrogoth before the slaughter of the Burgundians, and then lost for 1,000 years. Class is like, I don't know what he's talking about, but yeah, go find it. Go save the world. We'll be here when you get back. We'll be at the bar, or the speakeasy, or whatever they had back then. Perfect. Class is partying afterwards. Hey, man, what I tell you every semester?
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's an old Eskimo trick of how to catch a polar bear. Now, what you do is you go cut a hole in the ice, right? And then you take little peas, and you place them strategically 4 inches apart all the way around the hole, right? And a polar bear will crawl up, and he'll look at it, and very much curiosity is what is going on there. Now, when he bends over to take a pee, you kick him in the ice hole.
You're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
How about that?
How about you? It's the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back. There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
She's wearing camouflage.
Can't see me.
I'm taking her word that she's at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
I should be wearing black. What a sad, tragic morning.
Dick Fosbury.
Yeah.
He flopped one last
Hero
time.
to all.
Yeah. He can high jump even now. 1, 2, 3. There's Ace Cosby.
He's jumping to heaven.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You say so, yeah. If
I
you
bet
watch,
he's going straight to
if you watch
backwards.
Yeah, the whale, that applies there.
I agree.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom.
Welcome back to the program. For those of you that are confused, I don't blame you. We were discussing the sad death of one of the greats of American sport, Dick Fosbury, who completely revolutionized a sport.
Like no other
in
athlete.
1968 at the Mexico Games.
Did he end up winning gold?
Yes.
I submit Newt Rockney in the forward pass or something like that, right?
Again, that is an individual. I mean, you can there's certain aspects of the 3-point shot, et cetera, but I mean, for a guy to totally revolutionize an event the way he did is rare, certainly. Now, that would take place in the world of pole vaulting.
I'm getting a little of what you're picking up on, Josh.
In the world of pole vaulting, that, of course, involved the more advanced pits and, of course, the flexibility of the pole.
Got to bend the pole.
Yeah, but anyways, sad to see Dick Fosbury go. And also...
We all thought he was dead.
Joe Pepitone, the great Yankee, and he was a Cub for a while, is that right?
I swear I think.
Famous for his bad toupees, and he shows up in the great book Ball 4.
This is what's known as narrow casting.
You think?
I'm sorry. Let's get. What do you want to talk about, Josh? Pizza or porn? Go ahead, pick one.
I'm picking pizza. This is from John.
You poor man,
What?
Josh.
Could we title your new album "Pizza or Porn"?
We sure can.
And are we going to have it out while people are still speaking the English language in this country? Or are we going to wait?
Not only is it done, the track listing is all done. I have two advertised. I have two videos made for it. I don't know what we're waiting on.
Is it available?
No,
I tell you what.
Now it's not in my hands anymore.
Here's
I've
the
done
thing.
everything I can.
The process
it
takes
won't
a
be
while.
out for 3 years.
Maybe 2
Godspeed.
months.
You know what I could do? I could shop it around.
Yeah.
Shop it.
You better shop around.
I'm sorry. Could we get moving?
Josh Arnold's autobiography, Pizza or Porn, A Life Well Lived.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Josh and I were having an argument today about the weather.
What?
When was that?
Well, just is there any place where March is great?
Yeah, it's always been my kind of least favorite weather month.
I
for sure.
understand Colombia is eternal
South
spring.
America?
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
Eternal spring.
Jamaica's
I mean, T.S. Eliot famously said April is the cruelest month. I'm voting for March.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't know what it wants to do yet. It's still.
Well, it comes in like a
Yeah.
lion, yeah.
I never thought I'd say this. Growing up in high school, getting here to be an adult, all my daffodils died.
Oh.
Yeah. See?
Came out way too early.
I just want to say this
too.
about daylight savings time. Try explaining it to a dog. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
My dogs didn't seem to be too affected.
Yeah, well,
What-
your dogs are special, okay?
well,
My cat was. She demanded her morning head scratches an hour early today.
did she?
Yes.
Is that right?
Oh, yes.
My dogs are giving that. We're not going to sleep. It's not dark out yet. I'm sorry. Back to sports.
And now we have we'll always have the anniversary of the death of Dick Fosbury in March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's made it even worse.
What was his birthday? We should celebrate his birthday.
I was a fan. I'm sorry.
His birthday.
I'm sorry you guys weren't interested in it.
I'm a fan. I'm still a fan.
The 1968 Mexico games are some of the most interesting Olympics of all time.
Shouldn't it be named after the coach who told him to do it?
No, he invented it himself.
I don't know about this.
He did. No, he
was like 18 or something.
No, he
just made a mistake, bro.
He perfected it and developed it. And
Hey, I think he tripped, fell, and he went, he went a foot higher.
I went higher.
I'll call this the Fosbury flop.
He said, hey,
I
guys,
have-
watch this.
I have $100 in my bank account.
Me too.
You're the one?
Maybe.
Here's the one.
I say that.
Here's what he thinks. This is his silver bullet of arguments. He's going to look at you and go, I bet you can't high jump 2 inches. Or whatever he's
No.
going to say.
I was going to say 4 feet.
See?
I don't know about
That
4
has
feet.
That has nothing to do with what
I
Josh
did
is
do a high
upset
jump. You would ask me if I'd ever done one. I said no, but I remembered we had to do them in school.
Sure.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
It was fun.
Which president came up with the physical fitness?
Kennedy, I think, right?
Bastard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Fitness program.
Yeah, well, in any event.
And I will admit, doing the Fosbury flop was very fun. Just falling back on. We had a good time.
And I think there's an argument to be made that probably couldn't have happened until they had the proper pits.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was on
the one
the
square as opposed to chunks of
When
foam.
I was
they
on
used to have. Well, they used to have sawdust.
Yep.
I was just going to say that on the track team in the early 70s, they had. They tried to pass it off as foam, but underneath it was sand. It was. It was no
By
good.
the way, this is kind of a toxic topic. Did you see the thing about the? I think you sent this to me. The various artificial turf fields.
Yeah.
That
Well, no, there's a big problem in the NFL with the artificial.
They
turf.
think that they could be poisoning the players.
Yeah, in the
in
gosh.
both
Man.
high school, college, and professional sports.
Yep, that's exactly right.
What is it? They've got 5 fillies who have a rare cancer.
You ever see somebody get tackled and you see these black particles fly into
Those
the
are
air?
ground up tires, and they're
Ground
full
up
of like
tires and stuff.
Well, yeah, they're rubber and
various
and-
chemicals.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yikes,
Toxic
as they say.
AF, yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, the biggest, my favorite article this year, post-Super Bowl, was the MVP should have been the turf because it was so poorly prepared.
And George Toma, the sod father, said if they'd had me on the staff, I could have alleviated that. They watered too late and they left it outside or something.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder it was slick.
Yeah, the sod father of soul.
Dear people.
Hi.
Got the wrong show.
This is from John. I went out to the bar with several friends this past weekend and an argument ensued over your show. I said, you can't just throw anything on a crust and call it pizza.
Okay.
Oxford Dictionary defines a pizza as, quote, a dish of Italian origin consisting of a flat, round base of dough baked with a topping of tomato sauce and cheese, typically with added meat or vegetables.
Well, those colonialists.
By this
they're going to
definition,
have a limited point of view.
Here's the money sentence. By this definition, Ace Cosby has eaten pizza maybe 3 times this month.
Yep. You know, there is an argument to be made that you have eaten more flatbreads than you have pizzas. If it requires...
Your response, Ace.
No.
All right, there you go.
Wrong.
You know what?
Yesterday I asked Ace. At this time yesterday, I asked Ace, what is the one thing that you want to have as soon as you're done? Because he's eating nothing but pizza this morning.
Right.
And you said the one thing you want to eat is
the double down.
The double down sandwich. And prior to that, you said you wanted to eat ramen noodles.
No, I was craving ramen this weekend.
Okay, so and of course we discovered there's the great the pizza chains, Noble Ramens, which has the
What about Ramano's?
At least that one's not regional.
Ramano's Pizza delivers.
Anyway,
No one had an accent.
Ace Cosby's eaten pizza maybe 3 times this month. As good as throwing Thanksgiving ingredients on a piece of crust sounds to eat. It is not pizza. Please stop this farce of a challenge. It's legitimately ruining people's relationships and lives.
Well, see, he doesn't understand. I am the czar of this pizza.
You can't change midstream.
Are you a Khazar or a Tassar?
I am a Khazar.
He likes the
Tassar is too ethnic.
Yeah.
I'm a butt Khazar.
And Pat is a butt Khazar.
I've been accused of being one of those.
No.
What was our pizza this morning?
Today I'm going to do Annie's organic pepperoni pizza bagels.
Okay.
That sounds very good.
Every day, my 10-year-old daughter said to me, "Did Ace eat more pizza today, Daddy?" Yes, he did. Is he going to live?
You know
Every
what?
day.
The thing
Yesterday I had a-
about this, he thinks that's a focus group, and we're killing him. My daughter loves it.
Yesterday I had a plant-based pepperoni. It was actually pretty good.
Was it really?
There you go.
Almost fell
You're
asleep
am I correct in saying you're actually losing weight on this pizza diet?
I don't know. I'm not. I just
You told me that your
clothes are
so-called
fitting looser.
your so-called house pants. I have no idea what that
Lounge
means.
pants.
You called them house pants. Your house pants are getting looser. I'm
And
sorry.
Leonard's getting large.
Thank you very much.
And this is from Steven.
Hi, Steven.
You ready?
Yeah.
Hello, all of you wonderful people.
Aw.
Oh, and hello, chick.
Oh, no.
Well, that's not nice.
All of these listeners creating lists of what Tom is afraid of, what he can't do, criticizing Tom. How does Chick get a free pass with the listeners?
Okay.
Well, my friends, sit back and relax because I play Chick McGee bingo whenever we're listening to the show, and we all come damn close to covering every square. I bet 90% of the board can be covered before the first commercial break. Here's some of the squares, Chick McGee
All right.
bingo.
I love this game.
Uses Seinfeld material to get a laugh.
Oh, that's a rough way to say reference to Seinfeld.
This is, there's belittles Christie's on here.
Yeah.
Interrupt somebody saying something funny with something very not funny.
Oh.
That's cruel.
And the center square, this is the one it was
hurt?
a gut punch.
Okay, all right.
Quick gut punch.
Okay.
The center square takes a day off and the show is 1,000% more enjoyable.
That's not true.
This guy has an axe to grind.
I think he's just having a little fun with you.
Acts like a curmudgeon.
Acts like.
That's really wrong.
Yeah.
Steps on a punchline. What's this one? Needs a fart sound to get a laugh? I don't know what that's all.
He doesn't need it. We demand it.
Yeah.
Hates when other people talk.
Well, kind of.
Shut up.
I can see that.
Sort of true. Yeah.
I wanted to do a
Thinks he's funny. He is not.
Oh, that's
special
You're funny. Don't listen to that.
a special treat right now. Sometimes we don't.
Uses Jimmy Pardo's material to get a laugh.
Oh, that's just false.
I've only done that a couple hundred times.
We have been. I wanted to share something with our early listeners, those that are up and running.
Oh, the Morning Breath Club.
Keeping America on its feet. You know who I'm talking. I'm talking about you, the listener, up in your car already, Congratulations. Thanks
Throwing
for
coffee in your
keeping the
lap.
world going. You know, as I've said many times, if I were president, there would be no income tax for all monies earned between the hours of 4 a.m. and 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Just a
That'd be nice.
Yeah, in a little helpful way. So I'm going to honor you, the early morning listener, with something special. Now, we've been having trouble with our turntable over here, and I have had Eddie working on it all night long. Eddie, of course, is our engineer. And
you ever been holding a coffee mug and you thought you were going to shatter it with your own grip?
Now, we have been trying to play music from Tom Jones, who is, of course, a pop singer from the 60s, but he's still out there. He's got a tour going on.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah, he's a very fine singer in that pop mode, and
I don't think he has his fastball anymore.
I bet he does.
Oh, he's a great singer. He has some pop classics. It's Not Unusual. Remember that one?
Sure.
What's New Pussycat, of course. And we have announced that there are a handful of artists that are not embracing digital technology, and so their own, music is only available on vinyl. And this is a lie. And the Mr. Jones is one of them. And so I have because the song kept skipping, it was kind of embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
And the song What's New Pussycat, which was the title of a movie, kept skipping. So I got the Greatest Hits album. So now we can play a different song. This is the first song on the album. What's New Pussycat is much farther down on the roster of tunes on this record. So let's just give this a shot here. And
Eddie. Right.
Sorry.
Hey!
No. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to try a different song.
Wait. We got an email about someone complaining you're playing this, and I didn't read it.
Okay, that's fine. They can listen to it on the radio show.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to play a different song.
All right.
This is the second. I got to get this in
Oh, it's
place here.
Delilah. I always like
This
that.
is the second song on the Greatest Hits album. It's on.
That's what happened again. She's even on Delilah.
You guys really aren't laughing at that.
See, this is why I don't see why vinyl is making a comeback, because the vinyl just skips and.
Christy, what I'm.
You are children.
Where is you have to imagine that happening when like a DJ went to the bathroom and is like, oh my God,
that's right.
That would be
so
funny.
it's just playing in every car in all the houses.
Yeah, there are some classic stories of back in the day. Christy, you were a DJ back in the vinyl days.
Sure. I had records run out.
Oh, I had to.
Awful.
I told you, I used to do weekends at a country station, and none of the records were more than 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
But so sometimes you'd have to break format if you had to go to the bathroom, and this place was one of those. It was a regular like office complex, and the bathroom was like down the hall, out into another hall, and you had to have a key to get back in.
Oh my gosh!
So I mean, you really had to time.
I know it's not Thanksgiving, but here's Alice's restaurant.
Yeah, no. If I'd be listening and I heard like down El Paso, someone's taking a dump. But no, you would literally pee into a jar,
man,
because you didn't have time. But I would get everything all set up if you had to do a major transaction.
Guy.
But we've all had the thing where you're in the bathroom, all of a sudden you hear the record and the record is skipping. That happened to me once, and I was across the bay in Harbor Springs, and our DJ was on the other side of the bay in Petoskey, and my phone rang, and it was the cops. They're going, have you turned on your station? And I turned it on, and it was just and I said, you better go over there, because I was 30 minutes away. And
right.
Cop calls me, and he goes, well, I think the guy's alive. the guy had fallen asleep because he could see through the window. The guy had fallen asleep on the air. He said, should I wake him up? And I went, yeah, wake him up.
Please. Just shoot into the glass.
So I want to thank the Michigan State Police for helping me out that night. Now, we have a lot of cool stuff coming up. I'll see if I can get this record cleaned. Sorry, I apologize. Maybe get Eddie in here. It's unbelievable. Eddie's such a talented engineer, and he keeps
change a thing.
Screwing up this thing. Okay. Right now, I want to talk about March, the month of March. Maybe it's time, since the weather's so iffy here and there. How about something not so iffy? How about something great, guaranteed, from HelloFresh? HelloFresh is familiar with your taste buds. You know that your taste buds are phoning you up going, we're bored. How about something more interesting? Delicious food, delicious recipes, but it's not just a recipe. HelloFresh does the shopping, gets the ingredients, measures them up. You put them together for restaurant quality food, a big savings because they're buying in bulk, and we're talking about all fresh ingredients. Some new stuff from HelloFresh includes the Dietitian Win recipes I'm talking about, each one under 700 calories, made with less sodium. Power up with the protein smart options like one pot pork and black bean chili or creamy Dijon dill chicken, each with 30 grams or more of protein. You can swap stuff around. They've got everything from vegan recipes to good old-fashioned comfort food and everything in between. High carb, low carb. You know what I'm talking about. They've got something for everybody, more than 40 weekly recipes. So check out HelloFresh. They've decided to make a great offer, so you will give them a chance. And check out this great way to make a beautiful lunch or dinner. Pre-portioned ingredients, cut back on food waste, and sign up today. 60% off plus free shipping. And it's hard to find free shipping these days with anything. The code is BTShow60, HelloFresh.com/BTShow60. That's HelloFresh.com/BTShow60. You'll need that code a couple of times, BTShow60 at HelloFresh.com/BTShow60. Coming up, have you ever heard of the Jesus Christ lizard?
No.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Is this the one that can run across the wall?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, don't you mean Jesus Christ, a lizard?
Yeah.
These are fun.
This is the one that can run across the water. It's in the news today, among other things, including the topless maid. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Daddy worked to feed us kids. Nobody worked harder than Daddy did in an old chicken house that was dusty and scalding hot. And then the steak came along and busted Daddy on 600 pounds of pot. And Mama cooked in the kitchen. Lord, I can still smell the chicken. She was active in her church and kept our torn breeches stitched. And then the steak came along, and it turns out Mama was a satanic voodoo witch. Crazy people raising babies around Rottweilers with rabies. Sometimes folks you thought were wholesome wind up doing time in Folsom. Was Sister really teaching scripture at the Sunday school? They're swapping naked pictures with a heroin mule. Was she cutting up collards and boiling corn? Or making $1 million in computer porn? Daddy worked, still selling grass. Mama jerked a knot in Sister's ass. We all did the best we could, which wasn't very good. And it kind of fades out there.
Does it fade out?
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Free agent signing yesterday. Jimmy Garoppolo headed to the Las Vegas Raiders for a new start. And Sam Darnold is heading west to replace Garoppolo on the San Francisco 49ers roster. The NFL's competition committee considering making roughing the passer penalties and personal foul penalties subject to video review. The two potential rule changes were among 9 the league announced yesterday in its 2023 playing rules, bylaw, and resolution proposals submitted by the NFL clubs. In the NBA, the Memphis Grizzlies are not saying when star point guard Ja Morant will return with 1 game remaining in a 4-game sabbatical the team said he needed to deal with personal issues. And one note from Major League Baseball, Joe Pepitone, an all-star and Gold Glove first baseman for the Yankees, famous for his flamboyant personality, hair pieces, and nightlife, has passed away at the age of 82. NBA winners last night, Detroit, Minnesota, Memphis, Miami, Houston, Milwaukee, and Golden State. And in the NHL, all these in regulation, Buffalo, Colorado, and Dallas get the wins. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Pizza chains, mom and pops, March 31st it stops. Bacon, gravy, mashed potatoes, greasy pepperoni. All that flour, fatty cheese, touch your heart on your knees. This is Kiss's final tour and maybe Ace Cosby's. We didn't start this nonsense, and now the pizza's burning, Ace's stomach's churning. This pit is getting tired. I can't fight it, and I'm forced to write about it. We didn't start this nonsense. Tommy G did Tommy G did that's all I got.
Yeah. Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio all day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Brand new feature, Biff Whiskey, Frontier Lifeguard. As told by Arnie Whiskey, Frontier Golfer. I should have known. Well, you know, I was a man about town and also at the Whiskeyville Country Club and Salad Bar. Of course, the country club, we have our very own swimming pool. And, of course, we had to have a lifeguard for the youngsters there. Well, we hired a young fellow named Biff Whiskey, and he was the lifeguard, you know, at the pool. Well, this young fellow walks up to Biff, and he goes, "Excuse me, Biff, but what's the best way to teach a girl to swim?" And Biff says, "Come here, young fella." He goes, "Now, here's how it's done. First, you walk her slowly into the water, all right? Mm-hmm. Then you put your arms gently around her waist. Then you rub your hands delicately up and down her arms. Mm-hmm. Then just kind of lean over and softly kiss her on the neck." The young fella says, "Oh, wait a minute. I'm teaching my sister." He goes, "Oh, in that case, just push her in the deep end."
Except in Kentucky.
Jeez. I knew I should have held my ears for that.
Thus concludes another exciting
quick episode of Biff Whiskey, Frontier Lifeguard. Thank you very much.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
We're speaking with comedian Jim Gaffigan. What else is what are you into? Do you have hobbies? Do you have like weird food? Are you a drug addict? Anything cool to talk about?
I love food. Food is my. Are you a drug addict? I'm very pale, but not a drug addict.
I'd like to be a drug addict.
I
for a little
love
while.
food. Mm-hmm. I even enjoy watching people make food. But you ever notice the Food Network is far more interesting when you're hungry? You know, when you're full, you're kind of like, this is stupid. But when you're hungry, the Food Network's like porn. You're like, oh, yeah. Whip it up, baby. Make it for me. I love eating late at night, too. You know, you're not supposed to eat late at night. And then again, you're not supposed to drink booze in the morning.
And Jesus said, "Take this bread and eat it. It is my body." And the disciples said, "Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting."
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would...
Details on that coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello, Chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Chickster.
Hey, there's Ace Cosby.
Chickmeister.
Ace, my man. Willie Griswold under the weather. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much. The man across the way, the inventor of flash parking.
That's right.
It's Chick McGee at the orangeinsoles.com sports desk.
It's flasher parking, please. Flash parking would be taking your pants down.
Yeah, that's totally different.
No. Flasher parking would be taking your pants down. One who takes his pants is a flasher.
Flash.
Wasn't Flash Parking the sequel to Flashdance?
Flash.
It was about the,
Not near as fun.
Yeah. She's in,
about the valet.
she's in a convertible. They dump all that water on the roof. Yeah, that's awful. Then someone does what is it called? The Chicago sunroof on her.
Oh. Well, you'd want that before the water.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the. By the way, speaking of orange insoles.
She's a good-looking girl, right? Jennifer Beals?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah. Still looks
Orangeinsoles.com. It's the bracket challenge. A perfect bracket could win you $1 million. Make your picks today at bobandtom.com/contest. The first game's officially Thursday, so you
Nope. First game's tonight.
But I mean, the way the thing works, don't they?
Yeah, and then they're assigned to
the play-in game.
But I would think that I'm opening a can of worms, and I apologize. Just be sure and start the contest whenever you want to.
Okay.
2 games tonight, 2 games tomorrow night.
Why they don't just make them all eligible, make it easier for everybody, they'd make more money. I'm sorry. Back to the sports desk with Chick McGee.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, he's cute.
Yeah, Christy
Handsome man.
checked him out numerous times.
Where's he going now?
Usually the infirmary.
Well, that was nice.
He has a tendency to get hurt.
He's the quarterback of your Las Vegas Raiders.
Really?
How do you feel, Ace?
I like the choice, but like Tom just said, he gets injured, but he plays really well.
That seemed to me to be a key in playing in the NFL.
Not to get injured.
You got to be available, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe that dry Vegas air will do him good.
But I mean, it's getting injured is you can see why that would happen, especially if the folks protecting you are not as good.
Have you
as they should be.
seen the video of Garoppolo and a bunch of the other 49ers at the time? They were at a Golden State Warrior game, I think. And all the Golden State Warrior, the girls on the cheer squad came over, and they all said hi to Garoppolo. Totally ignored, like George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey. They're all sitting there, but they're all, hi, Jimmy. He has more under his nails.
Well, what was the famous remark about quarterbacks? Remember that? We were talking about that last week. A certain famous announcer.
Oh, Brent Musburger and the Alabama quarterback.
Yeah, you quarterbacks get all the pussy.
Well, he
All right.
wouldn't quite say what you very clearly said.
Very lax.
You're not Tom Jones.
You know what?
You, sir, are no Tom.
There's a certain part of me that blames Tom Jones. That's right. Anyway, Mike White, also on the move. He's a Dolphin. He was with your New York Jets. Seems like the Jets are clearing all decks for Aaron Rodgers. That could come anytime. So we'll see what happens. What do you think, Tom?
I'm over here doing something.
All
What the
right.
hell are you doing? Oh.
Yes, I'm doing something else over here. I wasn't paying attention. Mike White, fine director.
Not him. Yeah.
A different Mike White.
Mike White, the football player.
Mike Figgis?
No. Mike White is also he wrote School of Rock and
Leaving Las Vegas?
Didn't he direct all the what's that new?
He created the White Lotus, didn't he?
Yeah.
Is he directing them? Good.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I don't. School of Rock does not hold the same place in my heart that it does for Willie Griswold. He really loves that movie. I can take it or leave it.
It's fun.
Yeah, I love it too. Yeah.
It's all right. The NFL's competition committee will consider making roughing the passer, listen to me, roughing the passer and personal foul penalties subject to video review, adding well over an hour to each game.
Time for more commercials.
Those 2 potential rule changes among 9 the league announced yesterday in the 2023 playing rules, bylaw, and resolution proposals submitted by the clubs.
Passer interference should be not a penalty.
No, why should pass interference not be a penalty?
Because the guy's about to throw the ball. You should tackle him before he throws the ball to one of his players and they score.
So you mean the guy about to catch the ball?
Yeah, the guy about to catch the ball is pass interference.
So you think it's if the ball's
both? All of it should be done. Yes.
How soon are they going to get rid of the
guy catching the ball?
How soon are they going to realize that the chain gang should have gone away about 1967?
That should be that's pass interference.
No.
Passer interference should be interfering the passer.
We're talking about 2 different things.
You've got to live. You've got to.
Which one are we talking about?
He's talking about getting the human element out of the game. He wants a chip in the ball, and you don't need the 10-yard marker for knowing what the first down is.
I know he's a big... Tom, you're a big proponent of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. Why don't...
Because people are betting a lot of money on it. You want it to be accurate and fair.
No, it is accurate and fair.
No, it's not.
Game. It's part of the game. Yeah,
when they have those big piles.
You don't care for games being played out of doors either. And if there's anything part of the NFL, it's snow games, baby.
Didn't they start outside?
Yes, they started outside. So did Caveman. But then they moved into a cave, and they found, hey, this is kind of cool. Maybe we should play inside.
You're so wrong.
It's an outdoor game.
I don't like snow football. It's bad television.
You're wrong.
It's stupid.
Terrific television.
Terrific TV.
It is. And the ratings go up.
Cool.
Oh, and the players making snow angels
you
when
have
they
to
win.
adjust, wear different cleats.
Yeah.
Boring.
That's embarrassing.
You ever play in the snow, Pat?
Yeah, a lot.
Was it fun? Did you like it, or
it was rough?
Yeah.
We played in the snow one Friday night, and I was convinced I was never going to be warm again.
I bet.
Never.
We used to put tape over our ear holes.
Wasn't it slippery, too?
Very, very. You had to use different cleats.
Yeah, I fell down a lot. More sports coming up, including a couple stories just for Tom and Fred Flintstone.
Oh.
Okay. And we have the Jesus Christ lizard in the news. Yes, it's a real thing.
Jesus Christ, a lizard!
And it's invading Florida. We'll find out about that. And Buffalo Wild Wings is being sued.
They're wild.
You'll find out why. It's unbelievable. And
we got a guy that almost lost his arm to a zebra. We'll talk about
a zebra.
Yeah, real close to being without an arm. They didn't sew it back on.
Man versus zebra.
Yeah, so we'll find out about that. And it was his pet zebra, and it was wasn't it in like Ohio or something?
Yes. They'll turn on you.
Who has a pet zebra, for God's sake?
This guy.
Why?
It has to be
grow up, get a horse.
Zebra's name has to start with Z, right? I mean, that's just understood.
Ziggy
the zebra?
Yeah.
Zipper?
Zelda.
Ziggy was
Zipper zebra?
You have the zebra song? When we come back, Pat Godwin has done a song a day about pizza in honor of Ace eating nothing but pizza.
Forgot.
That's what he says.
Do you have one?
I do, yeah.
Is it a good one?
I hope so.
Okay, good. We'll find out when we come back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
Well, I watch, I'm home during the day a lot, and I have a little ritual called watching 8 hours of Law and Order in a row on cable. Because you can. Yeah. Law and Order, yes. Law and Order, yes. Law and Order, yes. Charmed, crap, it's over. But I love Law and Order because it's ripped from today's headlines. You know? It takes some news story that's going on, then they change the names up a little bit, then they make that the plot for the episode. The thing about Law and Order is, though, every episode has to involve a murder. And even if there's not a murder in the news story they're talking about, they just go ahead and add a murder into what happened.
Okay.
And, which has got to piss off the people in the news story, because they're watching. Fred Thompson and Sam Waterston are hashing out the case. Now, Jack, I'm afraid you're going to have a political firestorm on your hands if you insist on prosecuting this as a first-degree murder trial.
Politics is your area, not mine, Arthur. It's my job to convince a jury that the governor of New York was caught with a high-priced call girl and then murdered her.
Elliot Spitzer is sitting home saying, whoa, I didn't murder her, all right? Everyone knows you're talking about me here. You're not fooling anyone with this Elliot Bitzer character.
Yeah.
He should sue Law and Order, which would be an episode of CSI New York.
Yes.
I don't know how the jurisdictions work.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. If you're a Ted Lasso fan, you can actually stay at the pub featured on the show. Airbnb has listed the rooms above the Prince's Head in West London, which is the stand-in for the Crown and Anchor pub on Ted Lasso. Annette Badland, who plays May the bartender, says fans will be able to play darts, sit at Ted's favorite table, and try biscuits with the boss, the kind Ted brings to Rebecca. The third and final season of Ted Lasso will be released tomorrow on Apple TV+. Slash wants to get into the horror movie business. He's co-founding a production company that will specialize in scary films. Slash said that he's a longtime fan of horror movies and wants to make the kind of films he'd want to see. He and his professional partners have debuted one horror movie called The Breach. They did that last year on the film festival circuit, and they plan to release it commercially later this year. And the city of Glendale, Arizona will be temporarily renamed after Taylor Swift this weekend. The city has announced it will be called Swift City for Friday and Saturday. Taylor is launching her Eras tour in Swift City on Friday. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Frigamal Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
The year was 1896.
Uh-oh.
The place just outside of Athens, near the town of Stactontopoulos, Greece. While preparing for the first modern Olympics, organizers were forced to eliminate a track and field event. In what will surely go down as the biggest bloodbath in Olympic history, runners from 5 teams were injured at the initial time trials of the 100-meter razor hurdles. 4 of the 5 athletes would never compete again. However, Austrian hurdler Klaus Kleinendorfer went on to be a silver medalist for the women's team as Gretchen Kleinendorfer.
Thank you very much for this.
Thank you for this medal.
This has been another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Sound like Paul Hum at the end.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Oh, go ahead. Can you grab that over there?
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, man. It's Donnie Baker.
Hi, Donnie.
Hey, you guys ever fart in elevators, man?
Every now and then.
Well, you do. Here's what you do.
All right.
You fart in it, then send it up about 9 floors.
Oh, yeah.
Then wait on it to come back. And you know it's a good one if the door opens and it starts roaming a lobby like a spirit or something, man. Oh, no, man. The plants wilted. I like talking to people in the elevators.
Mm-hmm.
And claiming they did it, be like, "Hey, baby, did you fart? Because you just blew me away," you know?
Yeah.
Or just say "fat penguin" for no reason. When she says, "What are you talking about?" I say, "I just wanted to say something that would break the ice with you."
Oh.
I know, man. I love picking up chicks in elevators.
Fat penguin.
Your eyes are blue as window cleaner. And if you're going to regret this in the morning, we'll keep sleeping till afternoon, man. That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah. Comedian Etta May has joined us in the studio.
I've got a teenage daughter. Don't send girls to school. You cannot send girls to school without the right kind of clothes.
Oh.
They become outcast amongst their peers.
Oh, yes.
Going to school became a stinking fashion show. We're school shopping. My daughter tells me she's going to need new blue jeans. Okay. I go to Walmart. I get her new blue jeans. Well, you think I pooped in her lunch bucket or something. She wads them up, throws them back at me. She goes, "Mother, what are those?" Teenage daughters talk like this.
Yeah, they
and all teenage girls seem to think the sound is a word.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
That is one big chuck hole.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the old news desk.
Present.
There's Pat Godwin. Hello. Got a pizza song of the day coming up. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee. A lot of letters over here, Tom. You're going to like it.
We'll get to them in a minute. We got topless maid service coming up. And the famous Jesus Christ lizard is in the news. We got world records. But right now, in honor of Ace Cosby eating nothing but pizza in the month of March. And how's it? Which one is it today, Ace? I'm sorry.
For breakfast, I'm having organic pizza bagels.
Organic pizza bagels.
Sound pretty good.
We have a suggestion for Ace coming up in April.
Okay.
Nothing but tacos.
Oh, that'd be a little tough.
He can start off for the transition, have a taco pizza, and then
those are good.
Off you go.
Yeah, that I think would get really old. Although I suppose the argument can be made that you can pretty much put anything in a taco.
Right. Same with what you're bastardizing pizzas with. Why not?
Bastardizing pizza.
I think you are.
Pat, you've been asked to create an original song every day about Ace's quest to eat nothing but pizza. How's it going in there?
Day 14, going good.
Okay.
New York City pizza's really tasty. Chicago's deep dish always makes me smile. I love the California pizza kitchen and the Pennsylvania Old Forge pizza style. But lately folks are putting fruit on pizza with bacon bits, cheese, and chunks of ham. They tell you it's delicious, so you try it. Sometimes they substitute the ham with some Spam. No one likes Hawaiian pies. It's that pineapple we despise. Just one bite you realize ain't nobody likes Hawaiian pies. Ain't nobody likes Hawaiian pies. Day 14.
Yeah.
All right. I very much enjoyed that because I'm with you. I hate pineapple on pizza.
Oh.
I enjoy pineapple, but not on my pizza. Thank you. That was a little tribute to the Eagles, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Now we return to the sports page.
Well, first of all, we got some dear Tom. I feel Tom Jones has not run its course. All this talk about Mr. Jones, maybe we can spend a few minutes discussing his wife.
Mrs. Jones?
No, Mythith Jones, he says.
Well, now, we've been having some technical issues over here. I did have Eddie during the break come in here and try to fix the turntable. And as you know...
Let's try it again.
We have the vinyl copy of the Tom Jones Greatest Hits. And there's certain richness to the vinyl. We had a news story yesterday that vinyl has overtaken the CD in the small percentage, actually, overall of music listening.
Over $1 billion last year.
Yeah, but
amazing?
Was it 80% of music is now listened to through streaming services, et cetera, et cetera. But vinyl really has taken hold, and so in order to get that rich vinyl sound over the radio, I thought we'd play this, and we had a problem playing Tom Jones' Greatest Hits with it skipping. And I was playing the song What's Do Pussycat? Unfortunately, it skipped.
Right.
So this is the album version that has other cuts. So, for example, it has the classic song It's Not Unusual to open up the... You can hear the cue burn there.
It's not unusual. Pussy, 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 pussy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely skipping.
Wait a minute,
still.
hang on a second.
It's not only skipping, but it's sticking.
Yeah, let's try a different one. This is the second track on the album. This is the famous song Delilah. Has kind of a Spanish horn feel.
This is my favorite Tom Jones song.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Delilah's a good one.
Oh, here we go.
Pussy, 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 pussy,
Okay, that is a deep. That is a deep.
Come on, Christy.
Scar.
No.
Yeah, that's you can
scar in the vinyl. Yeah, I gotta.
My gosh.
Someone tell Eddie to order a new copy of the album.
Wow.
Okay, well.
Good morning, crew. Christy, what's new, Pussycat? What's new, Pussycat is proof that although we may grow older, we'll never grow up. Long live Tom.
We have to play our previous request, which of course is you were talking about Mr. Tom Jones. Nice version of this tune, but they don't lisp when they sing.
Neither does that guy.
Oh, yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He says mytheth.
This is
Your
from
head, he does.
This is from Dick. Hey, gang, I have a serious problem with Tom playing the Pussy song. It's not being played enough.
It's What's New Pussycat is the name
You're
of the
only
song.
getting positive emails. I
great,
guarantee there's some out there that...
Oh, and Tom, this is from Robert. I was a DJ on my college radio station in the late 60s. If I had to pee, I'd play a record of 2.5, 3 minutes. But if I had to drop the Brown family off at the pool, I'd play Hey Jude or MacArthur Park.
Sure.
Each was about 7 minutes long. I could even read part of a Sports Illustrated article.
Too much information.
Those are the old days when you had to. Really
the old days were Indigata Davida or Peter Frampton Comes Alive. There were a couple cuts on there that were like, yeah.
You could really.
Frampton
You could really knock one
12? out. Close to 12, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention any names, but there are certain people here who.
I just said knock one out.
Yeah, they were able to.
I'll do anything for tickets.
Yeah.
All right.
You can go. Go in the front door to the concert.
One kiss for nothing.
Have you ever heard of Good Morning Morons and Willie?
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. I know how much you guys like lists. Here is a list of movie sequels to Cocaine Bear.
Okay.
Marijuana Mongoose.
Yes.
Oxycontin Octopus. Percocet Penguin. Heroin Hippopotamus. PCP Platypus. Morphine Moose. Alcoholic Anteater. Bath Salt Baboon.
That would be so terrifying.
LSD Llama and Ecstasy Elephant.
Well, they're actually making. They're making what? Meth alligator?
Yeah.
What was the one yesterday?
The other day it was meth alligator, yeah.
Yesterday was just Cocaine Shark.
Cocaine Shark.
Cocaine Shark, yeah.
All right.
Is Ian Ziering in Cocaine Shark?
I don't know if they've announced casting.
How does he pull off calling himself Ian?
I don't know.
Tom. It's his name.
Parents call.
He can pronounce it any way he wants.
Yeah, we'll spell it different.
He can, Chike?
Spell it I-O-N, like an ion.
I remember there was a newscaster that called himself Shapiro, and I want to go, really?
What are you trying to...
I'm sorry. What do you got over there?
NFL's competition committee is considering making roughing the passer penalties and personal foul penalties subject to video review. This reporter is concerned it's going to add to the time it takes to play the game. The two potential rule changes among 9 the league announced yesterday in their 2023 playing rules, bylaw, and resolution proposals submitted by clubs. The Rams proposed that change that would allow teams to challenge roughing the passer calls. The Lions proposed giving teams an opportunity to challenge personal fouls. The competition committee will consider the rules changes later this month when NFL owners gather in Arizona.
How about you can't challenge anything? Play the game.
I'd be absolutely up for that.
I'm just the opposite.
Although one of the most compelling arguments, convincing arguments for instant replay, because they had it, they didn't have it, and then they had it, and then they took it away, and then they brought it back for good. But the only problem is they have to keep instant replay because if the league's not using it, everyone who watches the games are using the instant replay, so there's no going back on that.
I've only been to one football game in my life. Do they show the instant replays in the stadiums?
Sometimes.
Good question. It depends.
It depends.
Absolutely depends. If you're going
selective.
There are actual printed bylaws in the NFL Constitution or whatever you want to call it. You can't incite the crowd or however you want to put it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Right.
The guy with the telestrator. Look at this, folks. Let's make some noise.
Hey, Bills fans, we got wrong.
Attack that zebra. Speaking of zebras attacking, we
have that coming up.
A real story, but it's not about a referee.
Are zebras black with white stripes or white with black stripes?
Oh. There is an answer to that.
I know.
Yeah. I forget exactly what it is. I think they're black with white stripes.
I think they are. I think you're right on that.
But
okay,
pretty interesting.
So you have to shave them to
Zebras
find
are
out?
black with white stripes.
Okay.
Yes.
And are they equines? They're in the horse family, right?
What do you know? What do you think? They're a mosquito family? Of course they're in the horse family. You ever seen one?
No, I thought maybe it was in the rodent family. I didn't know.
Really?
I'm asking.
It could have been. I think it's fair. It could have been a form of closer to a giraffe than a horse.
Thank you.
Who knows?
Are giraffes in the equine family?
Any simpleton would know that
and
they're
by
not
the way-
closer to a giraffe than a horse.
By the way.
Even the most moronic idiot would go, it looks like a horse with stripes.
These
Thank you.
giraffes, their necks is too long, right?
Oh, yeah. Giraffes' necks is too long.
I think we can all agree on that.
Coming up in sports, we have some world records.
Sad news for you New York Yankee fans.
And for track and field fans. I'm still very upset about this Dick Fosbury death.
Hey.
Easy. He, and once again, revolutionized a sport. Right now, I want to talk about some of the good things happening out there. One of the good things is with the return of spring. It means the return of the barbecue season. Josh, tell me more.
I'd be happy to. Spring, well, not so much in the air everywhere, but you know what's just around the corner?
It's coming.
Grilling season. That's right, and it's the perfect time to discover something new at Omaha Steaks. The steak experts. That's right. That's what Omaha Steaks is filled with. They have made it easy to spring into something delicious with their semi-annual sale. 50% off site-wide. Right now, you can grab all your favorites like perfectly aged tender steaks, ocean fresh seafood, juicy burgers, incredible air-chilled chicken, and decadent desserts to cap off every meal perfectly. Plus, when you go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code BTS at checkout, you'll get an additional $30 off your order. And I say you take that $30 and you get yourself $30 worth of the meat lovers lasagna that Omaha Steaks. Oh my gosh, especially now when it's still, a lot of places still a little chilly. Put that in the oven. It browns and bubbles up perfectly. Your family's going to thank you. It's the perfect way to get fired up and spring into something special with the quality and convenience of Omaha Steaks. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use code BTS at checkout. Take advantage of this deal. Omaha Steaks is ready to ship your order right away, and you're going to want to hurry because that 50% off site-wide, well, it's only happening for a limited time. Don't miss your chance to save. That's omahasteaks.com. Code BTS at checkout. Get an additional $30 off when you shop their semi-annual sale today. Minimum order may be required.
Thank you very much, Josh Arnold. Now,
Thank you, Tom.
Coming up, we have an interesting scientific study, growers versus showers.
Oh, fascinating. I've been very honest. I am very much a grower.
And you'll be interested in the statistics. You join about 25% of men.
That's it? Wow. Okay.
You'll find out more. And also, we have, on a totally different note, the so-called Jesus Christ lizard is in the news. We'll find out why they call it that and what that's all about. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Costaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Two large banks that cater to the tech industry have collapsed after a bank run. Government agencies are taking emergency measures to backstop the financial system, and President Joe Biden is reassuring all of us that the money that we have in our bank is safe. It's all eerily reminiscent of the financial meltdown that began with the bursting of the housing bubble 15 years ago. On a lighter note, whether it was the lingering drama of the slap or the prominence of blockbusters in the Best Picture race, a bigger audience was lured back to the Oscars this year. The 95th Academy Awards, which aired Sunday night on ABC, was viewed by an estimated 18.7 million people, and that's up about 12% from last year's show. And a coalition representing the Maine lobster industry is suing an aquarium for recommending that seafood customers avoid buying the American lobster. That is the one harvested in Maine most often. Industry groups suing the Monterey Bay Aquarium in California for defamation, arguing in a lawsuit that their prized catch should not be on a red list published by Seafood Watch, which is a conservation program it operates. Last year, Seafood Watch put lobster from the U.S. and Canada on that list, and they say you should avoid it due to the threat posed to rare whales by entanglement in fishing gear used to harvest American lobster. You'll have to judge. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach. Now, I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was a high school wrestling coach. So I wrestled, and my mom was into music, so I played the clarinet in the band, which they made fun of me, especially the guys on the wrestling team, especially my best friend, Huey Baker. He was a black guy. He's one of those guys that would just get a hold of something and never shut up. Look at Greg, man. Greg played a flute. It's a clarinet, Huey. It's a flute, Greg. You a flute man. Look at little flute man, Greg. Flute your flute, Greg. Little flute man, Greg. He'll be on the bus going to a match. He'll be real quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, "Up, 2, 3, 4. What the hell we fighting for? Flute man." It's embarrassing when you're out there wrestling and you hear, "Hit him with your flute, Greg."
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom, 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Rick Schrader is our guest. Rick is a newly married new dad.
Yes, I have a 4-year-old daughter now, she's a doll. Her name's Maya, and she's beautiful. But I'll tell you, she's fallen under the sway of the evil purple one.
You mean?
Yes, Barney.
Barney the dinosaur.
Every morning, I love you. I haven't digested a breakfast in a year for listening to Barney on the those amazing robot Stepford-like children they have surrounding him and the realistic portrayals of kids. Hey, Barney, let's clean our room and then pray. Where do they get these kids? Off the Mouseketeers directly to Barney, and it's amazing. The kids love Barney. They love him. That's going to be the next Waco type disaster. Barney and his followers in a Quonset hut outside Dallas. Sharing means caring, Billy. So strike the match. Next thing you know, polyurethane Barney suit goes up like tinder. I point this out because I care.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Oh, hello there, Sonny. This is Morgan Freeman.
Hi,
Morgan.
On a payphone from Shawshank today.
Oh, yeah? How are things in prison?
Oh, fine. Thank you very kindly.
You getting some nice fall colors?
Oh, we enjoy the colors in the fall, Sonny.
Yeah, I'll bet. I get worried, they have that whole, that sad thing out there.
Heard you talking about bull riding. All of this reminds me of my good friend Andy Dufresne.
Oh, yeah?
Now, I can't imagine how bull riding works on the outside, Sonny. Or maybe I just don't want to. But here on the inside, from what I've heard from Andy, it's not the 8 seconds that he's worried about.
No?
Is it the 8 inches?
Here in prison, it's not even called bull riding.
No, what's it called?
Where the queens dress up in longhorns, chase Andy, and play a game called Steer the Queer.
I'll be damned.
That was the longest night of his life.
Naturally.
Get busy living and get busy dying. Thank you,
Yeah, I heard it. I'm just moving on. Bye, Mark.
Where are you from, by the way?
Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, small.
Sure.
Thugged out town. It's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
That's small.
People like, stick them up. I'm like, Andre? I'm going to tell your mother, man. By the way, how is Aunt Carol? How's she doing? I'll come over for dinner.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
Hi. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, man. There's Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold, a little bit under the weather this morning. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Tom.
It's great to be here. We have some interesting stuff going on in the world of sports, including some sad news. We have also... Oh, can you get that, please?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Donnie, how are you?
Not too good. I hate to be the barrel of bad news, but it's Girl Scout cookie time again.
Oh, yeah.
Sure is.
And spoiler alert, they're lurking, lying in wait. They got me yesterday coming out of Piggly Wiggly's.
Yeah.
I swear to God. And I tried using that trick you taught me, Tom. It works on tweakers if they start begging. I said I couldn't buy any because I only got a card on me.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, Punky Brewster whips out a card reader.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I swear to God, may as well been at Dillard's. Man, these little cookie mafiosos, they're taking over every corner. They're taking over every bank lobby. They're taking over every grocery store. That's what you said, Chick. We're going to take them by sea, by land. That famous quote by Kissinger.
Paul Revere.
If you don't buy a box instead of a horse's head, you'll wake up with a dozen of gooey do-si-dos on a pillow next to you. Because I'll say it like this, turning down a Girl Scout selling Girl Scout cookies is harder than passing up using your neighbor's unprotected Wi-Fi. I'll add it up for you. If I bought just one box from every Girl Scout who asked, last year I would have spent $97 grand.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Isn't it like $5 a box?
Yeah.
Seems a little steep. How's that possible?
You're stumped, Tom?
Yeah.
All I did was use Common Core math, dumbass. I did all the adding on my hand abacus.
You and your fingers?
Yep. You got to give these little messy buns their dues, though, because nobody's perfected the non-profit sales racket like the Girl Scouts have. Boy Scouts out there still selling popcorn. Yeah, I'm sure that was big money back during the Great Depression when Lewis and Clark were starved. I'll say it like this. If you Boy Scouts want to compete, you need to step up your game so some people actually want, like, fireworks or fireball. Plus, then a scout maybe can earn his first-degree burn management merit badge for fixing up Papaw later.
Yeah.
So, I better go. Liffy's breakfast pizza's done. Thanks a lot, Ace.
Thank you very much, Donnie.
He's just fixed his breakfast pizzas.
Your favorite Girl Scout cookie is?
Mine is the Samoa.
Very good, very good.
They don't call them that anymore, though, do they?
Oh, I don't know.
Josh,
Yeah.
Which one is the Samoa, please?
The you don't probably like it.
Oh, no,
the
I do like
coconut
those.
one.
Coconut.
Oh, yeah, the
Mine, people make fun of me. I like the trefoil.
Oh, I like those
the
dipped in
shortbread.
Me too. I agree.
No, why even bother? That's not a cookie.
I find it very complicated in its simplicity.
I love that.
Are you dunking it in icing?
Oh, boy, no. What I'm doing is I'm taking half a sleeve or so, putting it in a glass and pouring milk in the glass, and then I...
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
And then sometimes if I'm behaving myself, I'll just dunk one or two in some coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, well, the Girl Scouts are out there working hard. Enjoy some great Girl Scout cookies. In the meantime, we go back to the sports page. That's not just any sports page. It's the sports page we open up at the sports desk, the orangeinsoles.com sports desk. I mention this because we've got our March Madness Mayhem, whatever you want to call it, our bracketology thing is posted, bobandtom.com/contest. Would you like to be a winner? Well, you can go to bobandtom.com/contest and perhaps be a winner. Find out what I'm talking about by going to that particular website location. Ladies and gentlemen, back to you, Chip.
Jesus. We have some sad news in the world of sports today. Dick Fosbury passed away. Oh, boy. Who knew
he was still living?
Revolutionized.
Sounds like a cartoon character. It should be a rabbit.
I'm telling you. The Fosbury
Fosbury rabbit.
The Fosbury flop was one of the rare occasions where one guy revolutionized a sport.
No, the thing about it is I believe you, and I understand that. It just means nothing to me.
Again.
Have you never watched track and field on TV? No?
Sure. I've even done the Fosbury flop. We had to do them in school. It's fine, but I can be indifferent to this.
No, you can't.
You better watch yourself there, Josh.
You know something? You know what's going to happen?
What?
The next time you have one of these encounters you have with a woman, I am envisioning some kind of Josh Arnold variation on the Fosbury flop as you enter the bed of sin.
Yes, yeah.
I'm glad you said bed.
Move over, Susie. I'm going to Fosbury flop my way into your life. And you'll run toward the bed, and then at the last minute, turn around and leap, landing on your backside.
Landing on your date.
Well,
my dates will sometimes receive the Arnold arm bar in the middle of passion. But
really? Is that followed by the Arnold handcuffs? And the Arnold
it's usually met with
ball gag?
Butt cup.
Well, Fred Flintstone.
Do you ever suppose that Ricky Nelson just went kind of halfway?
Ricky Nelson!
Halfway through said, "Hey, baby, you want the half Nelson? How about the full Nelson?"
Probably a little
thrust.
little joke in the bedroom.
No, Dick Fosbury in 1968, he revolutionized the sport on his own.
All right,
by himself.
So admitting that I've tried two approaches so far.
Yeah,
I got annoyed when we were talking about it.
Right.
I've shown my true colors,
You're
which
trying
is,
to be honest.
which is indifference.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, you think if I celebrate with him and agree?
No, it'll only get worse.
There's no way out of this.
There's no way out.
All right.
It's the whole day.
Just remember someone. This should be a lesson for you, Josh. That perhaps someday you could revolutionize some art form.
I'm not out to revolutionize anything. I'm out to,
We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. Am I right? No.
Well, it just shows that it's possible.
It is possible, yes.
You can believe in your dreams, and you know who did believe in his dreams? Fred Flintstone. He was also he would do the Flintstone flop. And here's what it sounded like.
And here he is, Frantic Freddie Flintstone. He's done it again. It's another new dance. The Flintstone flop.
They love it.
Flintstone flop.
Do we remember the dance?
The Beau Brummels, he hit his hand or injured himself. It was an accident. It was a cartoon. They're not.
He's done it again.
Oh, but
Hey, by the way, who were they trying to fool with the laugh track? Did anybody at home go, oh, they've got a live audience there?
I never thought about it as a kid.
Did the Jetsons have a laugh track?
I think so.
Because Bugs Bunny didn't have a laugh track.
No.
Are they the only cartoon with a laugh track, Fred
I don't
Flintstone?
know. Never thought about it.
It's really weird.
I think Top Cat had a laugh track, now that I think about it. And more sad news just for Tom. Joe Pepitone, All-Star, Gold Glove, lifetime 258 hitter, first baseman, 1960 Yankees. He passed away at the age of 82. He's known for his flamboyant personality, it says here, hair pieces, and a penchant for nightlife. Born in Brooklyn, Pepitone helped the Yankees their second straight World Series title, a team led by, Pepitone helped. However, also on the team, Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, Elston Howard. Pepitone gained attention for his off-the-field conduct in a time most players were just played it straight down the middle. Didn't want any problems. Pepitone thought to be the first to bring a hairdryer into the clubhouse.
How about that?
How about that, Tom?
To dry his hair pieces?
No,
before they kicked in.
I remember playing for the Cubs, and he was wearing a hair piece, and it was hanging out the back of the cap.
I gotta look this guy up.
Thing
Jim Bouton characterized him as being in love with the mirror.
Well, that's right. Back then, if you were a man, you didn't use a thing like a hair dryer.
Or a looking glass.
Or, you know what that means. That's, code for...
If you're looking in a looking glass, you're probably looking at my ass.
That's exactly right. I don't want you in my locker room.
Ball fork.
You odd duck.
I know what he wants my ball for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't care how many. You count my balls. Oh, hey, look what time it is.
What time is it?
World record.
Oh, no. Jig really sighed.
A skilled basketball player broke the Guinness record for the farthest basketball shot made backwards.
Okay, this is always fun.
Or backwards.
Okay.
Jeremy Ware's record-breaking shot covered a distance of 85.5 feet to earn the title. For context, standard NBA basketball court is 94 feet long.
Cool.
So almost the length of the court.
So, my question about this is, was it in a game? No. So if you can kill an afternoon, eventually you're going to get it in.
Well, you don't know that. No.
You don't think if you spent an entire afternoon at a basketball court heaving it over the back of your head...
it's entirely possible to miss the whole thing.
Sure, but I mean...
For days and days.
Okay.
There's some skill involved here.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's no defense.
No.
30-year-old Ware had been voted most likely to break a world record in high school.
Well, how about that? He did it.
Yeah, he had a free afternoon or several days.
He made the shot at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, home of the Spurs. Spurs.
By the way, if you try a backward shot from three-quarter court during a game, unless the buzzer's about to go off, you're going to be in the bench for a while. Hey, Arnold. What the hell was that?
Arnold, can I have a word with you? What
Nice shot. Yeah. Don't ever do it again.
They inbound the ball. He's 94 feet away. Oh, he's heaving it up backwards.
And
if it went in, though, I'd be a hero for life.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, that's one of those. No. Yay!
Yeah.
Stupid world record. An athlete broke a Guinness record when he clung to the skids of a helicopter and performed 32 pull-ups in 1 minute.
Oh, my gosh.
Hamazap Haloyan took on the record for most pull-ups from a helicopter in 1 minute. In
Jerry Lewis name him?
Yerevan. That's right. Hamazap Haloyan. Haloyan. His name spelled H-L-O-Y-A-N. Haloyan. He trained for the record attempt with fellow Armenian Guinness World Record holder Roman Saradyan. Completed 32 pull-ups in 1 minute to take the title.
That's impressive. You got to be able to rent a helicopter to do this?
Well, unless you own one, I guess.
That's kind of an exclusive. Hey, well, this afternoon, kids, at Byron Junior High School, we're bringing in the copter to do our pull-ups this afternoon. Be careful. We don't want any of you guys to Vic Morrow yourself.
Vic Morrow.
Vic Morrow. His head's off. Vic Morrow.
Boy, that is tasteless.
Yeah,
write that down, Pat, for his next birthday.
Write that down and light it on fire and throw
We got to
it
have
outside.
that. Okay, now, during the break, I asked Eddie to come in here and fix my turntable.
Oh, no.
And, Christy, as you know, back in the day...
I wouldn't, if I were you, I wouldn't talk to Christy.
Tom Christie's left.
No, Tom,
No, Christy,
tell me all about it.
You used to spin vinyl.
Of course I did.
When you were in the early days of being a DJ, and then in the 80s, it sort of switched to CDs, and then it all went digital.
Yeah.
But back in the day, you'd have those big turntables, and you had to back the record up and cue it, as they say.
You had to cue it up.
Yeah,
you see the turntables now with various DJs doing it, the dance club thing, et cetera, et cetera.
DJ.
But, a DJ will tell you that those records, you got to be careful with them. I don't know why vinyl's so popular. It's awkward and
they scratch easily.
Yeah. Other than the fact that you can, I guess, in the case of some, roll joints on them and separate
on the case,
seeds
not
and stems.
You admire the artwork, the liner.
Yes, I think the artwork, that's a lost art now. They
sure
is. The CD, you don't really get get that quality artwork, and certainly not when you download. But the point is, this is Tom Jones' greatest hits, and I apologize because our version of What's New Pussycat, great theme song that Mr. Jones sang for a movie, it keeps skipping. So I thought we'd play something else from the album. This way we'll see. This is the first cut on the album.
First cut is the deepest.
It's called It's Not Unusual, and followed by Delilah. But let's listen to a little bit of... Sound good?
It's not unusual. Pussy, 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 pussy.
Whoops. Wait. Eddie,
play a different song.
I'm going to... Okay. This is the famous song Delilah.
There we go.
Hang on a second. I got a quarter.
This is jumps all through the album. It's amazing.
Put this quarter on the tone arm here.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is you'll remember this tune.
You guys are such children. Look at you.
Can you imagine what that album must look like if you were to stand?
This is to gouge it.
Okay. I don't know why.
Why is that making you laugh?
But it's getting funnier and funnier.
Because that one is so, there's just no denying.
No. That's such an unfortunate
Imagine if you were at a wedding and the DJ kind of walked off, talking to the father of the groom.
And now it's time for the father-daughter dance.
The lovely daughter Delilah.
That's right.
All right, Delilah's on the dance floor.
Oh, there they are. Father and daughter together.
The horn section's here.
Grandma's there, dancing as well.
What's new, pussy? Pussy.
Grandma.
Somebody did that.
So sorry.
If you don't turn that down, how long does that go?
Yeah. If you weren't to stop it, I like to think 8.5 minutes. I want that to be longer than American Pie.
Yes.
Sorry.
Just come back to it. It's still skipping.
I'm actually got post-nasal drip.
Oh, my God.
I must not have this gene. I don't know. It's
Well, you're
not funny.
a mature adult.
It's about things you're not allowed to do.
Yeah.
You know how that is.
Right.
Okay, what's coming up in sports?
I don't know. Maybe we'll shoot a gun.
Let's go outside and shoot a gun.
In the news,
see what happens.
we have please. We have an update on the topless maid. It was in the news yesterday. We have a zebra in the news, and is it in Ohio? And Christy has her hand up.
Okay. I just got this on Twitter. Eddie needs to let it go. He can't fix it.
I hope that's somebody who really... Man, that poor Eddie. I think it's a lost cause, pal.
If they're really buying all this, poor Eddie. We should do something for him.
Yeah, I just don't...
Did you hear the FCC find that guy Eddie?
Poor Eddie.
Not going to do it for
Don
Eddie.
Quixote of trying to fix
God.
When we come back, we have the Jesus Christ lizard in the news. And you'll find out why they call it the Jesus Christ lizard. Perfectly valid, by the way. Kind of a bad thing for the state of Florida. You'll find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules.
Let's just move on. How are you? Everything going?
I'm not good. I'm not going to lie to you.
What's
the problem? They're renaming my street. They're renaming my street.
Oh, you see, that's one of my hot buttons.
Let me tell you something. I live on 39th Street. That seems pretty easy, 39th Street.
39.
They're going to rename it Cesar Chavez Street. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know who Cesar Chavez is, but I hate him. Whoever he is, I hate him.
Great man as far as
he was a great
farm workers together. And
well, because I had to study about this. But here's the thing: we say we're going to rename the street because that shows that you love the man or whatever. The thing is, naming a street after something doesn't mean you love it. I don't love the number 39. I just look at it as the least aggressive sexual position.
It is one
Here's
of
the
the
thing about 39 is that it comes after 38 and before 40.
Yeah.
Therefore, making the streets make some sort of sense.
Sure.
If you're trying to get somewhere, if you're on 5th, you know how far 25th is.
Sure.
But if we're just going to start naming them after random civil rights leaders, is there going to be an order to these civil rights leaders? Is there going to be, like, we're going to name them in order of their effectiveness as a civil rights leader?
No. All I know is that Rosa Parks is going to be up front.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I was thinking there's going to be all these conversations with the guys. It's like, I told you, man, I live on Jesus Boulevard. Where are you? You're only to Al Sharpton? You're all the way across town. Okay.
You have no idea. Do you know what's about to happen to you?
No one.
No one's going to be able to find your house. Do you want to know why?
Yeah.
Because of GPS systems.
Yeah.
The reason I know all about this is they renamed a street right near my house, and now no one can find it anymore.
You don't want people to find you.
No, you just have to explain longer. I live on Cesar Chavez, which used to be 39th Street. So when you're coming here, follow all the instructions. So go down 39th Street. Thanks for the pain in the ass.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because somebody better tell my Garmin what a great man Cesar Chavez, because apparently my Garmin eats grapes.
See, exactly. Wow. Right now you think this is cute and funny. Just wait.
Just wait.
My first date in 6 weeks, and she ended up in Spokane.
But they do all these different things with streets. I mean, it's like, okay, so you have the numbers, and the numbers make sense. And then also what we do where I live in Portland, Oregon, is that the streets going the other way are alphabetized.
So ABC.
Exactly, which is fine until you're on Kelso and you're looking for Pine and you're trying to figure out how far it is. You're like K. A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
LMNOP.
I'm the start over guy. I know the alphabet. I just only know it from one
Tom is also.
space.
Augie, we have so much in common. You know what's actually helping me with that?
What?
Texting.
What do you mean?
Because by texting,
you have to find out where the letters are on your numbers.
It groups those letters together. I'm still pretty
ABC,
slow. But,
click, click, click. C.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but
it's just
I'm always doing the same.
I don't have to do that with numbers. I mean, if I'm trying to figure out 39 to 40, I don't start out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I automatically know. And so why do they make us solve these puzzles with our streets? You know, what's going to be next? It's easy. The streets are named after the periodic table of elements in order of their combustibility. What's wrong with you? You're only up to boron? You're not going to be here for a long time.
You idiot.
Hope you got enough gas.
Brilliant.
Augie Smith is our guest.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
Well, let's get a serious tip from you. When you get pulled over for a traffic thing, what's your suggestion? What do you do?
Just be polite.
Yep. Yeah, I can.
If you say yes or no, sir, more than likely you're going to get off unless you just run into a jerk. And
you're not supposed to get out of the car, right?
No. You know the best thing to do, and what I always do at night. If they pull me over, I always flip on my dome light and put my hands on the. And they always say, "Oh, you've been arrested before." And I go, "No, I'm an ex-cop." And then all of a sudden, everything just smooths.
How do you prove you're an ex-cop? Do you have some kind of special signal?
I just say I make more money now.
And they know that you're.
They know I'm.
I see. Okay, good.
I'm so doing that, telling them I'm an ex-cop.
You don't ever say you know a cop either.
Oh, really?
Because then the automatic response is, "Yeah, I know him. I hate him."
Oh, well, they must know the same cop we know.
Wow. That's sad.
That's the automatic response.
Oh, really?
That's the worst thing you can say. But, I got a friend that's a police officer.
So I have a free pass.
Yeah.
Right?
You can pull me over.
I'm assuming I can go on with my life.
Hey, I give it the police fund. Does that help if they have the bumper sticker in the car?
No.
That's the first thing they look for.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Every drug dealer in the world has one of those.
Boy, you're a chump. You just paid for our last keg party.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
What'd you do, dog?
So I screwed up. You know how too many times I say the wrong thing?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Kathy's into this mail order stuff again.
Right.
Yeah.
She's into this big time. I came home the other day. There was a case of breast enlargement cream on the kitchen table.
There was?
Breast enlargement cream?
Yeah, sitting right there on the table. I said, "What the hell is this for?" She said she rubs it on her breasts. They get bigger. I said, "Just use toilet paper. It's been working on your butt for 8 years."
Oh, that was a beautiful.
Lowell Sanders is here with us.
I'm on the road.
Are you
Now, Lowell, are you a single man?
Yeah, I left a wife in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
I see how it works.
Police should have found her by now. I'm kidding. They won't find her.
Ain't no way. You're that good, aren't you?
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chicky.
There's Ace Cosby. Warming up that Ace Cosby joke of the week with those legendary pipes of his.
It's the joke of the day.
Whatever.
Joke of the day.
I'm trying to lull you in. I'm Chick McGee.
Joke of the month.
Got one more look at the NCAA tournament here real quick. And
that's the orangeinsoles.com sports desk. And I'll remind you of the Bob and Tom Show basketball mayhem competition. Go to bobandtom.com/contest. Fill out your bracket. Yes, Mr. McGee.
How improbable is it that you fill out an entire bracket and get every game right for the NCAA men's basketball tournament?
Nearly impossible.
In fact, according to multiple sources, there's never been a verified submission correctly predicting the outcome of all 63 games.
Wow.
A report by NBC tracks data all the way back to the 2016 season. And the closest someone ever came to landing a perfect bracket was in 2019. A man named Greg Nile of Columbus, Ohio, correctly predicted the winner of the first 49 games.
Wow.
The only person on record to successfully make it past the second round perfect. He suffered his first loss in the 50th game. Tennessee lost an overtime contest to Purdue.
Wow.
The NCAA,
2016. They should have gone farther back.
The NCAA ran a model to illustrate the odds, which come an insane 1 in 9 gazillion. It's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19 places in this number. 1 in 9.
That's why Warren Buffett's willing to put up half of his fortune or whatever he does every year.
Now, today, speaking of numbers, today is 3/14.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Pi Day.
Pi Day, 3.14.
A group of researchers at the University of Hawaii, I'm fine, how are you? Estimated that there are 7.5 quintillion grains of sand on the Earth. If we were to pick one of those at random and then give you one chance to guess which of the 7.5 quintillion grains of sand on the entire planet we had chosen, your odds of getting it correct would be 23% better than picking a perfect bracket.
That is insane.
Yeah, it's out there.
At least you get to go to the beach, so it's fun.
Yeah, that is something.
Look at it that way.
You could look at it that way.
I'd be on the beach.
Does that include sandbox sand?
Yeah. There's always questions here.
Kitty litter. What are we talking about here?
Those clock things that you flip over.
Oh, yeah.
Hourglass.
Hourglass, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're like Tom now.
the thing with the...
You still have that egg cooker that you put...
Used it yesterday, my friend.
Place the eggs in there. Boy, that's a good invention.
Brought in some hard-boiled eggs this morning.
Yeah, that's a good invention. Have you seen
I haven't seen that.
It's you place the eggs in the egg. It's an egg-shaped carrier, much like a carton of eggs, and there's an individual heating for each slot that's in there.
They're no longer available. I've got one of these.
I'm not much on kitchen gadgetry.
You have a lot of kitchen gadgets.
Yeah, I get them as gifts a lot. People think I like to eat.
I wonder where they get that idea.
Interesting.
Poor Tom. Yeah.
What about
that's my fault.
Yeah.
What about the slap chop or whatever that is? Remember your slap?
I already have a similar thing to the slap chop.
What's the slap chop? Oh, is that thing? Mine
TV,
broke.
right?
It's
What
not
that guy
working
didn't he got in trouble because
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one of those.
What is it now?
It's a
dicer essentially, but you just put things under it. You slap, and it chops it all up.
Okay.
Instead of using a knife, it was one of those Popeil-esque.
The problem, almost all that stuff is the time you save in the beginning, you lose times 10 when you try to clean them.
Yeah,
a lot of those, you're right. The stuff I've eliminated that stuff, and I have only good.
I got suckered into buying the poached egg thing.
I've got a really good one.
I like poached eggs.
Yeah, sure.
Look at those. They've really come a long way with the design of these things.
Oh, that's a nice one. Mine is not
the chopper?
that at all.
That's the chopper, the slap chopper, yeah. Remember the guy who he advertised the slap chop? Brought up on charges, some sort of sexual imprisonment or something.
Okay, well, let's not talk about that.
It was something
much like the slap chop. I thought it was.
No, she bit him. He went to kiss her.
Right.
She bit his lip.
Yeah.
Which begs the question: who kisses a prostitute?
That's the question.
That's a pretty woman.
I just wanted to tell you that the poaching thing was a disaster. Okay.
I've got a good one I'll recommend. Well,
okay.
I'll buy you one.
Today is Pie Day, and we have a list here of the other kind of pies, the kind you eat.
Yeah?
Hair?
By states. I don't want to go through all of them. The second favorite pie.
Second favorite.
Of 14 states is pumpkin pie.
Okay.
Boo. Pass.
27 states, of course, apple, number 1. That would include Ohio, Michigan, Minnesota, Indiana, Hawaii, Alaska, New Hampshire, Maine, and Nevada.
Pumpkin looks exactly the way it tastes. Crap.
Oh, it's great.
Sweet potato pie.
Also delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Popular in Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina.
Tastes very similar to pumpkin to me.
They're close, yeah.
Anything about shaky pudding pie in there?
Pan dowdy.
This is one of my favorite. Peanut butter pie.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Kentucky. That's the only
There's
one.
a sugar cream pie, too.
That is a delight. Yeah, Kentucky's kind of famous for those, too.
There's a place in our town that...
She was about to say sugar.
Sugar cream pie. They're known
go ahead,
for
tell us. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That was in the help, right?
Yeah, I'll bring you in a sugar
What is it?
cream.
Oh, I love sugar
They're
cream
known
pie,
for
yeah.
their
We need to
sugar
hear
cream
that,
pie.
Dino.
I know
Tom,
we don't.
what's my home state of Missouri's favorite pie?
Let me see here.
The half-assed, yeah, like everything else in that.
Like
Everything else in that.
everything else in
Well, it would appear that they didn't make the list, apparently.
How they not make the list?
I bet Missouri's overlooked quite often, as we don't want to get involved with those people.
Here. The computer is thinking.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wow.
You mean thinking?
I don't know. Now I've got wheels spinning. I can't tell you, Josh.
What's your favorite pie?
Key lime.
I do enjoy it.
It's the great taste of air freshener in a pie. It's delicious.
Okay. Missouri, it would appear, is sweet potato pie.
Okay. How about that?
Half-assed.
All right. Very good.
It's not sweet potato. It's not pie. It's sweet potato pie.
Now, let's move on this Pie Day.
What's that gooey cake? Is that called? What's
Butter
that called?
cake?
Gooey butter cake.
Gooey butter cake.
Oh, those are good.
He brings that back sometimes.
You guys barely cared last time I brought one in, so.
Coming up, it's
ate it until I couldn't see.
in the news, the Jesus lizard, which is an interesting critter that happens to be...
I think it opened for Jane's Addiction, didn't it?
God's mistake.
It happens to be invading the state of Florida.
I think they're funny.
Also, we have a story about what may be the first flush toilet unearthed in China.
Really?
Well, why don't they still use them there then?
It's funny you say that because one of the researchers says that one of the archaeologists is quoted as saying it's the first and only flush toilet ever unearthed in China.
No joke. You've been to China? They still have the holes in the ground.
Well, I never been to China.
Just another great reason to be an American.
Yep.
We perfected the toilet. You're damn straight we did. USA. That's all coming up.
Have you ever heard about a child being run over by a bull?
No.
No.
We'll talk about it when we come back.
That's not something we want to talk about.
Is the bull okay?
Josh.
Thank you, Josh. You have the music for Josh.
Josh Angers.
Josh's last day.
Angers America.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube.
I'm Donnie Baker, and I'm going to be a pro baseball player. I swear to God I am. A lot of people think you get in your mid-30s and your career's over, but like I always say, until they stop scouting, I ain't going to stop playing. The fact remains, I'm probably the best player I know of. My Little League coach held me back because his son had a decent curveball. There's a certain range I've got, but I basically put my hopes in this. I had a full-ride scholarship to play ball at the University of Phoenix, but I had Tommy John surgery on both knees, so can we stop now? I'm also a pitcher. I can pitch. I've got what they call a rubber arm. I can throw right-handed for days. I can throw left-handed for days. A lot of people, I'm basically amphibious. So I've told coaches before, put me on the mound. The secret to pitching for me is I like to check the runner when there's nobody on base. It throws a hitter off. I swear to God it does. This is third base. I've been there before, but usually it was after proms, man. But I probably know more about the scoring position than anybody I know of. Basically, my knowledge of the game, I've been taught in different ways, but I've also invented things. I like to get my lead at third base backwards. That way the pitcher thinks there's nobody even here. It's a lot easier to steal home, and with my martial arts expertise, I've been trained at Discount Karate to scissor kick the catcher, and I could even break his karate artery if I had to. So there's no chance of a Pete Rose situation at home. I'll win it every time, especially if I got my Wolf shirt on.
I wish I were dead.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. If you're a Ted Lasso fan, you can actually stay at the pub featured on the show. Airbnb has listed the rooms above the Prince's Head in West London, which is the stand-in for the Crown and Anchor pub on Ted Lasso. Annette Badland, who plays May the bartender, says fans will be able to play darts, sit at Ted's favorite table, and try biscuits with the boss, the kind Ted brings to Rebecca. The third and final season of Ted Lasso will be released tomorrow on Apple TV+. Slash wants to get into the horror movie business. He's co-founding a production company that will specialize in scary films. Slash said that he's a longtime fan of horror movies and wants to make the kind of films he'd want to see. He and his professional partners have debuted one horror movie called The Breach. They did that last year on the film festival circuit, and they plan to release it commercially later this year. And the city of Glendale, Arizona will be temporarily renamed after Taylor Swift this weekend. The city has announced it will be called Swift City for Friday and Saturday. Taylor is launching her Eras tour in Swift City on Friday. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
It's that time of year again. Hoops, baby, hoops. There it is. I call it March Moodness, though. I mean, we're all fired up because we get to spend the next few days doing our brackets. But Toby gets all butthurt over the lack of productivity.
Oh.
I guess that's what CFO stands for. Condemned Fund Officer.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Time now for great moments in NFL history.
The year 1976. The place, Miami, Florida. It was Super Bowl 10, and America was celebrating her bicentennial. The national anthem that year was performed by a famous blind entertainer, Tom Sullivan. Let's listen to this rare recording of his pre-game performance.
Oh, say, can you see?
Mr. Sullivan.
What?
You're not on the microphone. Take 3 steps forward.
Oh, okay. It's just... Oh. By the dawn's early light.
While organizers were applauded for their support of people with disabilities, fans and critics alike agreed that a stage 12 feet off the ground was a particularly bad idea.
A little help now.
This has been great moments in NFL history.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
I think the fetching the towel deserves a thank you. The one guy called in that. Yeah.
Tossing the towel to you?
Sure. That deserves a thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, but you don't want to do a thing where you come out with a hand towel and you go, oh, wait a minute, you probably want this one, and then you throw the
big wet towel. No, you don't.
Implying
What's something you were talking about earlier?
Stadium beers.
Your money shot you were saying was.
It's like 24 ounces.
So I don't know if this is with age, but I don't really have what you'd call a money shot. Mine just kind of quietly leaves the party. It's more of a will you take a check shot.
Kind of just slip out the side door.
Kind of moseys out.
That is my favorite joke of the year. Just kind of quietly leaves the party.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald look like a fender bender.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that. Hello.
And you remember Lord's famous line about gun control.
Yes. The relationship taught me a lot. It taught me they won't sell you a handgun if you're crying.
Hi, this is Augie Smith.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there, chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Willie Griswold, got a little throat problem? Got a sore throat?
Sore throat.
All right.
He's out.
Okay. I'm Chick McGee, and here's...
It's going around, isn't it?
Tom Griswold.
It's always going on.
I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
Has anyone ever said, no, it's not?
No, never.
Yeah, too, that bubonic plague, it's going around. No, son.
Didn't mean...
Next week, the guy was dead.
Speak in trite
Like that.
Time now to complete the sportscast?
No.
Is it done?
Well, I got to reading a little more deeply into the where they at the rodeo they let these young bulls in training go for the kids to chase them.
Yeah.
And a couple of the kids got ran over this last time. They're okay.
Okay.
But let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
That's how they learn.
Well, I think they're okay, is what I wanted.
Okay, thanks. That's the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk, where we're going to be skipping much of that as we hear Finn say goodbye.
Well, what is...
This is what you farted for.
That's right.
Nice.
Oh, Christy!
Well, an Ohio man was hospitalized after his pet zebra nearly bit his arm off.
Yikes.
The Columbus Dispatch reports that...
Hey, wait a minute. Hold it. Time out. You said that. You pronounced it exactly correct.
What?
The Dispatch. The Columbus... It's not the Columbus Dispatch.
It's Columbus Dispatch.
Dispatch. That's the way we say it in Central Ohio. Damn right.
Reports the Pickaway County Sheriff's deputies found the injured 72-year-old man lying on the ground in a fenced-in field. The zebra continued acting erratically while deputies were trying to assist the man, and despite the efforts to scare it away with loud noises, it reportedly charged at deputies, fire crews, and members of the victim's family.
Whoa.
A deputy eventually shot and killed the zebra. Misbehavior.
We have the audio
of the... Oh, that was it?
Yeah. The victim was taken to Ohio Health Grant Medical Center, where his arm was reattached to his body.
But on the small of his back. It's very, very...
Answers that old... What's that old question? What's black and white and red all over? A guy whose arm's been bitten off by a zebra.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. No, the zebra.
Man.
I'm sorry.
That's got to be a terrible... I'd rather have my arm bitten off by a shark. At least you know it's just sheared... Being bluntly...
Yeah, they have like blunt teeth, don't they? They eat grass.
Gosh.
Grain. They're not man-eaters.
Do they call them zebras in Canada?
They do say zebra.
They say zebra in English. Yes, very much so, yes.
That's correct. It's probably profiling, but they already look like crooks.
Well, in your mind.
They've got stripes.
They've got those prison suits on. Mm-hmm. And you say that they're black with white stripes?
Yeah.
If you shave them, they'd be all black?
Apparently.
Okay.
How about that?
All right, well, apparently they're not real friendly.
Pat, what do you have to say about it?
Oh, I'm the type of zebra who'll never settle down. I broke out of the zoo and I roam around the town. I like to eat some bark, an apple if it's ripe. It's hard to blend in a park, you know, on account of the stripes. They call me the wanderer, the zebra wanderer. My stripes go up and down and up and down. Come on! I'm no Marty from Madagascar. The movie didn't get it right. zebras aren't from there. Try to pet me, I will bite. Don't put a saddle on my back, I'll make you cry. Kick you in the face, give you a 3-week black eye. Here comes my handlers with tranquilizers. My stripes go up and down, up and down.
That's a happier ending than what actually occurred in Ohio. There.
Oh, boy.
Tell my zebra wife I love.
Oh, gosh. Well,
Zebra apparently are not considered exotic animals under Ohio's law that requires exotic animals to be registered.
I've never been more proud to be a Buckeye.
And apparently they also, they think that he was protecting the female zebras that were in the field. You know what?
Oh.
Maybe it was that time.
This farmer may have been trying to have some.
No, I'm sure he wasn't trying to do that, but.
I think this farmer was trying to.
did they still make that striped gum?
Fruit striped gum?
Oh, I remember that.
I don't know.
A zebra was kind of the spokes zebra for that.
Oh, yeah.
Like Yipes, Stripes, Beech Nuts got them?
That's exactly it. Yep.
Okay.
I think it was more of a Will Smith, Jada Pinkett situation. The female zebra was acting like Jada Pinkett.
Keep my zebra wife's name
out of your mouth.
Oh, aren't you going to do anything? You're just going to sit there.
Oh, God.
You don't imagine.
Could they just shut up?
Well,
all of them.
Toxic femininity.
Maybe. Get
Hey,
those two in a helicopter with, I don't know, Prince Harry and what's her face.
Yeah.
As long as the pilots live, I'm okay with it.
Chris Rock has a hunk about the Royals. You need to
I enjoyed that.
check that out.
That's a terrific special.
I loved it.
Christy?
Yes. Florida officials are saying the invasive so-called Jesus Christ lizard.
Jesus Christ, lizard.
He walks across water like
Jesus.
Yeah, that needs a little work, fellas.
could be harmful to both people and the environment. According to WTVT-TV, boy,
our middle name is TV.
Oh, I'm glad you went with TV and not the two T's.
Yeah, the little bitty city TT committee.
TT committee.
The reptile known as brown basilic lizard is often referred to as the Jesus Christ lizard because it can walk on water. Native to parts of Mexico, biologists at the University of Florida say the lizards can now be found in the wild in south central Florida.
And also, you can take the lizard and make wine out of it.
Oh, really?
So they find them.
People apparently
The swamps
purchase...
that have turned into wine. That's what
They purchase the lizards as pets, and they either escape or are released into the wild. According to IFAS Extension Agent Ken Gioli, not only do the lizards feed on native wildlife, they could possibly harbor mosquito-borne diseases. So there's a possible human health impact here.
So they'll bite people?
I guess.
Yeah, but
Scientists
they're tiny, though. I mean,
Yeah,
how much are they going to hurt you, probably?
are calling on Floridians who see the lizards to snap photos and upload them on a state app called I've Got One, which will help researchers chart their spread.
All right.
I'm not sure it's the biting.
It's called I've Got One?
It's
With the number
biting.
one.
It's the mosquito-borne illnesses.
Yeah, but how does that go from lizard to
people?
Man.
But they're really cool looking. Is there a Pontius Pilate python that we could send out to,
Judas
Easter season? See the way the story goes, Christy.
Tell me how the story goes, Tom. Please.
When you were little, did you think Pontius Pilate drove an airplane?
No, I did not.
Okay, it would be flu. And yes.
Drove an airplane, yeah.
No, he was only in charge of taxi.
Oh.
You could always tell who he is at the Last Supper because he's got that little aviator thing with the straps and the gun.
Pontius Pilate was not at the Last Supper.
And you want to teach us about this?
Boy.
Why did he miss it?
Stay in church.
How did he miss it? He wasn't invited.
He sent someone instead.
He was on the other team, I think.
Yeah.
He could have sat on one side of the table where nobody was sitting.
He was sitting by the phone waiting to go, is it done? That he was.
That's exactly.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
You
Back
know,
to you.
I think you're more insane than any of us even realize, probably.
Sorry. Just having a little fun with the wacky lizard. Christy Lee, what's coming up?
Do you want me to continue or do you want me to tease? What do you want me to do, babe?
Oh, Jesus, baby. What do you got?
Well, we have Buffalo Wild Wings in the news.
Whoa, Buffalo.
We have an update on our topless maid. And I saw stories yesterday. Apparently, this is going on in the UK as well. That there are women.
What is?
Yeah, the topless maid business.
Oh, I see.
We have erections.
This has been around for a while. This one lady just got a bunch of publicity.
And we have urine and flush toilets all in the news today.
Flesh toilets.
Flush.
And
flesh
again,
toilet
a
would be-
scientific study of what is termed on the street a grower versus a shower.
And you acted surprised you'd never heard that term until recently.
I first heard that term out of your lips.
Yeah, grower versus a shower.
I heard that a few years ago.
It's been around forever.
Yep.
Well, Pat,
Well,
if
you're
Irish.
Well, here's the thing, Pat. When you're as
Tom's a
humongous as
shower.
I am, you realize that.
It's a scientific study.
I can't even imagine being a shower, so it just lifts up.
Yeah,
It just doesn't. It doesn't do anything but just.
Right.
It's
There
not
it
like
is.
a balloon that blows up. It just
Yeah.
You mean that's as big as it's going to get?
Stand back, Eve.
Well, there's something you don't want to hear.
Is that as big as it's going to get?
Yeah, you don't want to hear
I
that.
had a bad third
That's
date.
not going to be in a T-shirt anybody's going to be wearing. Yeah, this is it.
Hey, do your feet hurt? Does your back hurt?
Yeah, they do.
Your shoes hurt your feet?
Sure.
Mine don't, but you know why.
You have orange insoles,
That's exactly
my
right.
friend. That's right. If you have a job that requires you to stand all day, like me, I'm kidding. It will almost always lead to hip pain and back pain. Go to orangeinsoles.com. Your body's not aligned. That's the problem. It might experience more fatigue or injuries from your feet to your back. What happens if a house is built on a poor foundation? Think about it. Those soft, thin gel insoles don't align the body. They're all flimsy and limp.
Talk about not a grower or a shower.
Yeah.
Make those soft things at the bottom of your shoe flaccid.
Orange insoles reduce hip pain, foot pain, lower back pain by providing a deep heel cup for maintaining proper weight distribution and body alignment. Plus, you'll fall over less. Most shoes don't come with a supportive insole, and companies just put a thin layer of foam that's basically a sock liner. Check out orangeinsoles.com, an easy-to-navigate website so you can find the right pair of orange insoles for whatever activity or shoe. Work boots, tennis shoes, cowboy boots, dress shoes. And, of course, Orange Insoles has the famous 60-day We Want You to Be Happy guarantee. Head to orangeinsoles.com for free shipping. And right now, sign up for text messages from Orange Insoles. You'll receive an additional savings code. Check out orangeinsoles.com today. Get some proper support in your shoes and start feeling better almost immediately. That's orangeinsoles.com. Proud supporters of the Bob and Tom Show.
I'm sorry, Mr. Pilot. We just have no reservations. I eat
here all the time.
Who's back there? This is an outrage.
What is Jessica Alba doing at my table?
The weekend is coming. People, they're going out to eat.
It's got filter fish.
It's a big Easter weekend.
No, I don't want any matzo.
When we come back,
We have Costaki coming up.
Costaki Economopoulos, our NFL correspondent.
He's a godless heathen. This will join the fun.
Yeah.
I know he's a big Tom Jones fan, so we'll feature him. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Hey everybody, Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Two large banks that cater to the tech industry have collapsed after a bank run. Government agencies are taking emergency measures to backstop the financial system, and President Joe Biden is reassuring all of us that the money that we have in our bank is safe. It's all eerily reminiscent of the financial meltdown that began with the bursting of the housing bubble 15 years ago. On a lighter note, whether it was the lingering drama of the slap or the prominence of blockbusters in the Best Picture race, a bigger audience was lured back to the Oscars this year. The 95th Academy Awards, which aired Sunday night on ABC, was viewed by an estimated 18.7 million people, and that's up about 12% from last year's show. And a coalition representing the Maine lobster industry is suing an aquarium for recommending that seafood customers avoid buying the American lobster. That is the one harvested in Maine most often. Industry groups suing the Monterey Bay Aquarium in California for defamation, arguing in a lawsuit that their prized catch should not be on a red list published by Seafood Watch, which is a conservation program it operates. Last year, Seafood Watch put lobster from the U.S. and Canada on that list, and they say you should avoid it due to the threat posed to rare whales by entanglement in fishing gear used to harvest American lobster. You'll have to judge. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Boy, this week in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky sure has a lot of dummies in town. It's the annual ventriloquist convention.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show. I'm sorry? What did you say?
From the ventriloquism convention?
Yeah. And I'm not moving on this.
I can tell.
We can tell.
I can tell your lips are pretty still there. Jerry, what's the name of your partner?
Timmy.
Timmy?
It's Joey.
Can Timmy? Can Timmy speak into the phone? Hand him the phone.
You're going to drink some water.
Drink some water while talking to us. Okay,
go ahead.
I'll have to call you back.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Now in theaters from Bob and Tom Pictures.
Hey, Christy, it's Rob. It's been a while. I was just thinking maybe we should give it another try. Call me later.
Christy, pick up. Hey, how you doing, girl? It's me. I'm back in town. Man, the West Coast sucked. Oh, come on, give me a call.
Hi, Christy. Hey, it's me. Remember me? Hey, I was looking at some old pictures of that time back in Tuscaloosa. When, I'm sure you remember. I'll call me.
From Bob and Tom Pictures, Christy Lee stars in The X-Men.
Hey, Christy, it's your favorite drummer. I'm in town playing for a new band called Saber. Call me.
Hey, Christy, it's me, Donnie Baker. Hey, I was cleaning out the boat, and I found a pair of your... anyways, I think they're yours. Can we try it again? I got the motor fixed. I swear to God it works better. You ain't going to have to row or nothing this time. On my pager.
Christy Lee's X-Men, now showing every other weekend and Wednesdays if she's not too busy.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
Thanks for joining us. With us in the studio, comedian Billy Gardell, Comedy Central, with a Comedy Central stand-up special. Where'd you film that?
New York, at the Hudson Theater, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was, 2 blocks off of Broadway. And I called my dad to try to share a moment with him.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was a steel worker in Pittsburgh, so I should have known better. I said, Dad, I'm 2 blocks from Broadway. He goes, yeah, well, enjoy it. That's probably as close as you're ever going to get. All right, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks a lot.
Love you, too.
His favorite game to play with me when I'm home is look at the TV star taking out my trash. That's his favorite little game. He loves to show the neighbors. Look, still takes it to the curb.
Now he can read and types like a secretary.
Yeah, that's what. Eyebrow dandruff. That's disgusting. Is that a thing?
I'm not proud of it.
Why would you bring that up on the air?
I didn't. It was Christy did. It was said in confidence off the air.
Yeah. Don't ever say eyebrow dandruff in front of a potential lover.
Oh, no.
Hey, look, ladies. If I'm on top, you might get sprinkled on.
Well,
let it snow.
If you're on top, I'll just let everybody else finish that.
Oh, I see. If you're on top, you got about eight seconds to live. Is that it?
I wouldn't say 8.
If you're on top, Godspeed to your ribs, ladies. Is that what we're getting at?
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
You might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and...
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Working on a pizza a day. We're almost halfway through the month. Give or take some hours.
Are you enjoying it so far, Ace?
Yeah.
Oh, good, man.
Great variety.
That's the whole idea.
Pizza. And
Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Chick's, by the way, sitting at the orangeinsoles.com sports desk. I remind you of that because I also want to remind you to visit bobandtom.com/contest and to enter your bracket. And we'll see what that's all about. But you could be a very big winner. In the meantime, we turn to Christy Lee at the news desk. And then, wait a minute. We turn to Costaki
There he
Economopoulos.
is.
Costaki.
Dateline, Los Angeles, California.
It's ready for St. Patrick's Day early.
Costaki.
Yes, ma'am.
Joining us for our NFL update with all the activities yesterday, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, a lot going on.
What's happening, Costaki?
Well, good morning. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers has emerged from the darkness, not metaphorically, just literally. He did a darkness retreat. He was hoping to, quote, have a better sense of where I'm at. Yeah, you're in trouble with English teachers. That's where you're at. Science teachers also want nothing to do with you. Imagine the balls it takes to go into a cave for 4 days of complete darkness to ponder whether you're going to uphold your end of a contract that will pay you $60 million for 1 year to play a child's game. That's where the darkness comes from. He just rests his gigantic scrotum right in his face. It's the perfect eye mask. Got significant weight to the testicles, and the periphery scrotum flesh fills in the light gaps. It's got a built-in heater. By definition, it's always body temperature. It's nice.
Sure.
You know, if you stay in the dark long enough and think hard enough, you can hear Vince Lombardi rolling over in his grave. That's what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Rodgers has been talking about all this on the Pat McAfee show. Maybe Pat should take a darkness retreat, too, so he can see the light on wearing tank tops every day. I don't know.
It's a trademark.
Yeah, well, I know. But most Packer fans have done a darkness retreat, you know, overnight in a cell after a DUI. It's similar. The Bears traded the number 1 overall pick to the Panthers. Now Carolina are number 1 in 2 things: the NFL draft and tobacco lobbyists per capita. So that's nice.
A cash crop for that reason, sure.
Yeah. The Bears have officially bought the Arlington Park property. They're moving to the suburbs, but at their current yardage rate, that could take the Bears 50 years. It might take a while to get there. Nobody wants to touch Lamar Jackson, which is weird. It's the opposite of what happened with Deshaun Watson. He wanted to touch everybody. You see, that's reports say this story broke since I talked to you guys. Tom Brady's going to pursue his dream of doing stand-up comedy.
Oh, I hadn't heard this. Had anybody else?
Well, yeah. I had. I would.
Take my wife. Oh, too late.
That's the perfect joke. He should just get up there, do that, and leave.
Yeah.
He should. I suspect Tom Brady will not be very good at comedy, at least until the last 2 minutes. Then he's going to kill. This guy. I think if Giselle had told him there were 2 minutes left, he could have saved his marriage. Brady says he has no time for an NFL comeback because of a newly adopted cat. Just another case of a little pussy scrambling a man's brain. Happens. Buck senior advisor Bruce Arians said we're in good hands with Kyle Trask. Nobody believes that. Even Kyle's mom heard that and thought, God, the Buccaneers are going to suck. And finally, the Eagles have proposed overhauling jersey numbers to include 0. The only complete 0 so far in the NFL. Johnny Manziel, everybody.
Thank you very much. Costaki Economopoulos. Costaki Economopoulos has a little thing that he runs. It's called All Pro Lines. You can follow his NFL stuff and contribute jokes, et cetera, as the NFL continues to be in the construction mode, I guess, for next season.
Oh, it's so fun.
Interesting
so many
to see what's going to happen.
Bits of news coming out. Yeah, it's exciting.
How did you end up doing finally in your various fantasy leagues there, Costaki?
I was all over the map. I had a couple teams that did well and then blew it in the playoffs, but I did win my home league. Mahomes alone, champions, baby.
All right, congrats.
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Great name. Now, we should also point out that Mr. Economopoulos is on the road, and if I'm not mistaken, let's see, today's coming up in a couple days, you'll be at Twin Falls, Idaho at the Canyon Crest Event Center. Am I getting this right, on Thursday evening?
Yeah, that's right. Idaho this weekend. I'm excited.
And then Friday and Saturday at Boise at the lounge at the End of the Universe.
Oh, cool.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that's a great little
That
room.
sounds like
I've always heard that's very fun. Awesome.
That's quite a drive, though.
Well, from there.
End of the
I'll fly. I'll fly.
Yeah, that's very nice. Also, Costaki, we should point out that you are more or less a newly single man. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't think of myself that way, but yes, I'm available.
Now,
give me a ring.
Now, have you been making any efforts in the realm of dating?
No. I've been drinking and playing poker, and I've been enjoying my single life very much. And
what about that nurse? What about that nurse?
No, I did never talk to the nurse again. So that one didn't work out, but it did get me sort of like through the fear thing. You know what I mean? Like
Good.
it was an important step for me. Like, who cares if it works out? I'll just throw.
I got
throw
some
it out there
advice
once
for
in a
you,
while.
Costaki. Never forget. Never forget. Superman.
Yes.
Superman had a fortress of solitude. Just him. Okay. Superman.
Did you ever meet women at the poker table?
Very rarely. It's like comedy. There just aren't many women doing it. You know, there's.
I thought you were going to say there aren't any really good women doing it.
No.
If I see Jennifer Tilly sitting at a poker table, I'm probably not going to win.
Yeah, she could flop a big pair. You know what I'm saying?
Costaki!
Would you look
we planned it.
Would you look at Jennifer Tilly and go, pardon me, this might be awkward. While we're sitting here playing poker, I'm going to play with myself.
Solitaire, if you will.
I would.
I'm going to fold.
Jack under the
I'll
bed.
fold first.
I thought you were pursuing, Costaki, I thought you were pursuing the so-called dating apps.
I've experimented a little bit with Tinder, but it's a nightmare.
You kind of did your Norm Macdonald there. Are you on the dating app?
There it is.
Tinder.
One of those called whores. That's what they are.
Yeah,
Maybe you could do some kind of a casting call in Idaho this weekend.
A casting? Oh, that's a good. It's a good phrasing.
After the show's over, have ladies
ladies,
line
anybody who wants to meet Costaki, is that what you're saying?
And if they want to buy you a drink, they come up to you, Costaki, and they say, bumpity bump bump.
Yeah, that's the key word.
That's the key word.
What is this? What is that code for
We're going to
something?
get you laid, buddy.
I appreciate the idea.
Now we can't guarantee the gender.
No.
Right.
Or whether you'll be giving or receiving.
Right.
You're gonna get laid.
But
there's no gender anymore, Tom. Haven't you heard?
Yeah. That's right.
We'll remember you said that.
Yeah, that fluid in your face.
If you call back next week and you're
Gender fluid.
and you're standing, we'll know.
From never mind.
By the way, now that gender is over, I think learning foreign languages is going to be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Oh,
I believe you mean la table? No, my tables are non-binary. Go after
Well, thanks, Costaki. These should be great shows. Costaki's terrific live.
Bumpity
Once
bump,
again, am I correct in saying we're beginning Thursday evening at the Canyon Crest Event Center, Twin Falls, Idaho?
Yes.
Okay, then. And then Friday and Saturday, the lounge at the End of the Universe.
Yeah, the gigs in Idaho have always been fun. I'm excited about getting back there.
I love that state.
Okay.
Love Boise.
Thank you very much, Costaki. We'll talk
Thank
to
you, guys.
soon.
Have a great time.
All right. Well, I've been busy over here. Sorry, I wasn't fully paying attention to it.
What were you doing?
I've been communicating with Eddie. I'm working on some stuff.
Now they're saying Eddie should be fired because he can't get it fixed.
No, we're not going to fire
No, God, no.
People want Eddie's.
Also, the guy works like an hour and a half a week. So it's not like firing him would even help the bottom line here.
True enough.
Get
off your ass, Eddie.
We'll be working
Poor
on it.
Eddie.
We're
He's
trying
the
to get
sweetest
this
person
turntable fixed. We don't play a lot of stuff off the turntables here at the radio station. Okay, Christy Lee. I can't help but notice she's at her news desk. What have you got over there?
A Chicago man is suing Buffalo Wild Wings, claiming its boneless wings aren't really wings.
And Ace agrees with this man.
In the complaint, Amin Halim says he purchased the boneless wings only to discover they were actually composed of chicken breast.
Here's your $10 back, a-hole. Okay, calm down.
The lawsuit states that the products are more skin in composition to a chicken nugget rather than a chicken wing. The Washington Post notes that while Halim is not the first to voice his ire for the misnomer, his lawsuit argues the fast food chains pushed up the price of wings and made it cheaper for restaurants to substitute breast meat during the 2008 recession. The lawsuit seeks compensation on Halim's behalf and for an unspecified number of other customers who claim to have been similarly tricked into buying what they considered a premium product.
His claim is interesting, but
I think it is a premium product because it's chicken breast and it's not the wing, which is like a darker
I think most people would pay to have it off the bone if they don't want to. You know what I mean?
I
prefer it on the bone, but
they're basically chicken nuggets.
Yeah, of course.
But any idiot would figure that out. If you don't like them, don't buy them.
In a response to the Post's request for comment, Buffalo Wild Wings sent a link to a tweet in which the company said, "It's true. Our boneless wings are all white meat chicken. Our hamburgers contain no ham. Our buffalo wings are 0%
now I would sue
buffalo."
him. Yeah, you're being lamely snarky.
Hey, you know what?
Really?
Yeah.
No, if I were the judge, both the lawyer and this guy would be in prison for a year.
Really?
Yeah. Hard time.
Hard time.
Yeah, this is a complete waste of everything.
Breaking rocks.
We have enough problems in the world. We don't need this douchebag out there. Well, maybe I feel like
You're what?
Okay, right. Yeah. I bought a Trojan horse to stick my hog into it, and it turns out that's not a real horse. Okay.
Hey, John.
That's quite a jump.
Did you hear that Tom stuck his hog in a Trojan horse?
No, I did.
Yeah.
I went to Hooters. They don't serve owl. I'm suing. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, have you ever had owl prepared properly?
It is.
Devastating.
There's nothing like it.
I got these Lucky Charms. There's no bones in them.
No bones? Lucky bones.
This sounds like something you'd complain about.
No, I would
It
not
really
complain
would.
about this.
Well,
my God, what an idiot. Why do we get this? Is the same thing as the moron suing about the barbecue sauce because it wasn't from Texas.
We've had a bunch of them. What was the other one?
When's the last time you complained about something?
all
at a
had valid
restaurant?
points.
Or you just keep your mouth. You just always keep your mouth shut now.
No, but I mean, this is what they would call frivolous. You're wasting the time of hardworking judges that don't have. They have to deal with real problems in this world.
This is a real problem. If the restaurants are going, hey, it's going to cost more for one item, you have to. You're in a financial state where you have to get the lesser item.
Yeah.
And they're telling you it's something that it isn't. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's right. A problem for Karl Marx and the rest of you commie socialists. Look, if you don't want to go to Buffalo Wild Wings, go somewhere else.
I'm proud to be a part of the proletariat. I'm comfortable here.
Here's how sick I am. I'll be at a restaurant, and I'm sitting there, and they'll say, "Well, would you like such?" No, I'd like maybe a salad and maybe some French fries. Well, the French fries are going to be $1.85 extra, and I get mad.
Why?
Because they think I don't have $1.85 is what I think.
They're told to do that.
I don't believe.
I'm sure they know
They've
that
got
you
their
have
axe to grind.
They
with
see
me.
you.
Somebody tried to sue them for that. You didn't tell me it would be an extra $1.85.
Oh,
I bet that's probably why they have to say that. Because they don't want people to get mad.
Exactly.
Well, they're screwed up in reverse.
Really?
All right. So for those of you paying attention, those boneless buffalo wings, they're not really wings.
Just a nice caveat emptor would be nice.
Yeah, well, you can empty your caveat.
Not only that, but let the buyer beware, okay? Yes. Thank you.
Kind of nice not to have to deal with all those bones.
Yeah.
She sure
That's
like
a
the
positive.
bone. What about the bone? Hey,
I
Pat,
prefer
she
traditional.
liked that. She liked that bone.
I like that song.
Boneless wings end up being more batter than chicken, and that's why.
Plus,
What's wrong
wings
with
are
that?
dark meat.
That's what I said.
Boneless, are we?
Right, and they're white.
Hey, look, just try them. If you don't like them, get something else, okay? We're lucky to have food. We don't have missiles landing in our porch right now like certain people in the world, and you're worried about
Boy,
this.
that's a tough call. though.
I went to Burger King, and I said, this is the home of the Whopper? Where's the Whopper's bedroom? Huh? This isn't a home. This is false advertising. No, it's ridiculous.
Well, I think you're onto something here.
That comment was just stupid.
No, that's exactly the same
No,
thing
it's
as this
not.
Buffalo Wild Wings thing. Again, I should be a judge. This guy and the lawyer. Not enough lawyers are getting put in prison for bringing these forward.
Hey, here's a story that's totally different, but not. Well, it is different. Ted Lasso fans, you can now stay at the pub featured on the show. Airbnb has listed rooms above the Prince's Head in West London, which is the stand-in for the Crown and the Anchor pub on Ted Lasso.
What's the premise of Ted Lasso again, Josh?
You see, we take a guy. He's like a kind of a country American, and we move him to England.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Where they have different sayings for different things, and he doesn't understand it. Oh man.
So everyth's different.
He's still trying to find a cigarette.
Yeah, he sure is, but he's had fun trying.
Fans will be able to play darts, sit at Ted's favorite table, and try the biscuits with the boss that Ted brings to Rebecca. That's his boss. The third and final season of Ted Lasso will be released tomorrow on Apple TV+. It's kind of a cute thing.
Good riddance, Lassie.
Come on.
Yeah.
What's that show got going for it? It's likable.
Yes.
It's positive.
Yes.
It's funny.
It's funny.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Guys are hot.
Ted Lassie, where it's a dog that is the coach of a soccer team.
I hate that show that I've never seen 5 seconds.
Now, Pat, I think we have time for this. I was Googling. We had this lizard story about the so-called Jesus Christ lizard. And it's called that because this is the lizard that could walk on water, little teeny little guy. So I was Googling it, and I ran into this, and I remember this story from way back, Pat. The police in Massachusetts arrested a woman. She was suspected of drunk driving, and they found that she had a lizard in her brassiere.
Oh, I remember that.
39-year-old Amy Rebello McCarthy drove off the road, smashed into several mailboxes, and was found to have a blood alcohol level twice the legal limit.
Whoa!
She was taken into custody. It's not clear, according to police, why Ms. Rebello McCarthy's bra had a lizard in it.
He's my boyfriend.
It was turned over to animal control.
What's that, Pat?
Was she in the Caribbean or Florida?
I thought it was Florida.
This particular one was in Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts. I'm sorry.
She was coming back from vacation. That's why it was stuck there, right?
Oh, is that what it was?
I think so.
Must be important to the song.
It is very important to the premise of little St. Patty's Day twist for
Well,
you.
I hope this
St.
song
Patty's
doesn't.
Day.
I hope this song just doesn't lay there.
As a girl was looking through her luggage from vacation, she saw a tiny monster, one of God's creations. Is that a dragon in me brassiere? Then she let out a heck no. Oh, for Christ's sake, it's just a tiny gecko. She puts her boobs in the bra, and there's a gecko. Oh, don't whack the gecko. Oh, there's a lizard in her bra. Totally worth it.
Yes.
So silly.
Was one of the lyrics she puts her breasts into the bra?
She puts her boobs in the bra.
Of course, I guess that would make sense. Wouldn't it?
Yes, of course.
I usually put the bra in the boobs, but boobs in the bra, I guess, works. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How do you do that? Do you hook it in front and
Yes.
spin it around?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a hooker in front. And
You're a hooker.
But only in the front.
For extra cash.
Well, yeah. Well, how much for the back?
Well, it's extra.
She's a lady in the
Is that the old saying?
hooker in the front, lady in the back.
Oh wait a minute. Whore in the bedroom. What was it? Cook in the kitchen.
Yeah, something like that. It's,
I think most women probably do the spin around technique thing, don't you think?
Don't you ever scrape a nip?
No.
I don't
What
know
would you
how they
scrape
work.
it with?
I don't know how they work. The bra itself. There's an underwire, isn't there?
Not all.
Oh. I heard those burn out of the dryer. Like if you put a bra on.
You don't put them in the dryer. I don't put any bra in the dryer.
Oh.
I hang.
Did you put yours in the
dry.
dryer? Josh.
Boy, aren't you a funny man? Has that ever gone well? A joke about that? Has it ever not made me slash your tires?
Angry and mad. And the whole show goes right down the crap.
Have I ever? Yeah. Well, so you guys are on 920.
We'll be back.
Do you wash your lingerie in a cold cycle?
Delicate.
Yes, those are my delicates, and I wash them on delicate.
Right now, clearly we need help. Coming up, we have interesting things in the news, including we have what may be the world's oldest flush toilet of all things has been discovered in China of all places.
You.
No, says a scientist. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself, tricky business these days. The world is getting, it seems like it's more complicated. There's all kinds of stuff out there. 2,000 channels on your TV. Yikes. Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding. And remember, it's okay to seek help. There's nothing, it's not a sign of weakness. And that's where BetterHelp comes in. They've hooked up more than 1 million people with licensed therapists. And the beauty of this is it's all done online, so it's extra convenient and more affordable. BetterHelp, like I said, has connected more than 1 million people. It can connect you with a licensed therapist and take you on your journey of self-discovery wherever you are and wherever you're going. Find out all the information by going to betterhelp.com/BT show. That'll get you 10% off your first month. How does it work? You fill out a brief questionnaire. You'll get matched up with a licensed therapist. And by the way, it's very easy to switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Once again, it's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, betterhelp.com/BT show. Visit betterhelp.com/BT show to get 10% off your first month. Remember, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. And again, it is done online. It can be done in the chat format. It can be done with a camera on. It can be done just talking back and forth. It's up to you. It's done online. Get the details, betterhelp.com/BT show. Also, coming up in the Bob and Tom Show, an update on that topless maid. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Can I ask you something else about living alone?
Sure, yeah, sure. Unless, what do you want to move in? What's going on?
No,
I'm just curious.
Tom's looking forward to that day.
This interests me. Yeah, I have a lot of people hanging out at my house, but I enjoy that. Do you? You said you had a cat?
I do have a cat.
You have a dog?
I don't have a dog, and that was taken in the divorce. We had a part Rottweiler, part Doberman named. That was his name.
Good boy.
He's a good boy.
He is.
But I'm thinking about getting a dog.
Dogs are great.
Yeah, they are. And especially, I'll tell you, I'm interested in the Chihuahua only because the Chihuahua, I can learn a lot from a Chihuahua. I need empowerment lessons from a Chihuahua because a Chihuahua has this species amnesia. They have no idea of their relative size and the scope of reality. And I need that because you go over to someone's house that has a Chihuahua and right there, they're just there, hey, just ready to go. You weigh 4 ounces. I could mail you in a priority package for $4.85, and you're gonna tear my ass up. Is that what's happening here? What I don't like about certain dog owners is that I don't mind talking to your animal, but don't include me in the conversation with the dog. That's my only problem. Is when you're talking to me, talk to me.
Right.
You know, did you go up to Yosemite this summer? Oh, it's great. Yosemite's beautiful. Earl and I went up there last year. We got in a tent. It was great. It rained, and oh boy, Pepper didn't like that, did you, Pepper? No, you didn't. You wanted to get out of that tent, didn't you? You barred.
Tell Dwight how much you hated it.
That's right. Anyway, so there's nothing to do, but Earl and I just got it on the whole time, and that's all you can do. Pepper didn't like that, did you? No, you thought Daddy was hurting Mommy, didn't you, Pepper? Look at Pepper's face. You don't know what I'm saying, do you? Oh, he's cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, we did the Mexican cartwheel and a big wheel. And that was very nice.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Pepper?
Oh.
Don't bite me!
Dwight Slade is our guest.
An all-star and Gold Glove first baseman for the Yankees, famous for his flamboyant personality, hair pieces, and nightlife, has passed away at the age of 82. NBA winners last night: Detroit, Minnesota, Memphis, Miami, Houston, Milwaukee, and Golden State. And in the NHL, all these in regulation, Buffalo, Colorado, and Dallas get the wins. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Frigamal Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
The year was 1912. The place, Hocker on Rhine, Germany. After several complaints about unsanitary conditions from competitors in a sledding event, it was determined that some of the participants were unaware of the precise nature of a particular event. Once the officials removed all the phlegm balls from the course and explained that the name of the event was pronounced luge and not loogie, the competition continued without any further problems. Ironically, the eventual winner of the luge event was an Austrian named Karl Boogermeister. He took the gold medal by a narrow margin over Norwegian athlete who was disqualified.
This has been another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 7 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time and saves the world. Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Comedian David Crow is here with us.
I think the most intense culture in the world's got to be the Japanese. I read that they won't play Trivial Pursuit in Japan.
They won't?
No. I think these guys are afraid of their wives.
In Japan?
Well, probably. Yeah. I know the Japanese ladies are very meek and polite in public, but you know that pent-up frustration's got to come out somewhere. And I think it's at home. They get home just, I can't believe you don't know who plays Alice on the Brady Bunch. Everybody know Ann B. Davis play Alice. Mr. Yoshikaru knew, Mr. Arakawa know. You don't know. Aunt Jemima, she the syrup lady. She don't clean for Mike and Carol. I shall bind your feet for 2 days. I mean, how do you think sushi got invented? Screw you! Cook for yourself!
Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, I heard you guys talking about that man with 13 inches of pork.
Yeah, 13 and a half.
Crazy. You guys know Jamie Vickers? You know, drummer for Velvet Donger?
No.
He was uncut, too, and he could hide just about anything.
Really? Did that affect the taste, Donnie?
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24.
On the way.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the news desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hello.
There in the performance room, it's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold. Hi there. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. Hello, Tom.
Sorry, I was just talking to Eddie. I got this thing. I think we got it fixed. Been dealing with a lot of stuff.
You know, we've heard that you've gotten it fixed before. So you can't blame us for being a little gun shy.
We're a touch skeptical.
Okay, well, now what's the problem is?
Yeah.
What is the problem?
We only have the Tom Jones Greatest Hits album.
Right.
And it's on vinyl. And it keeps skipping. I think the tone arm may be a little light. There's obviously a deep scratch in it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Clearly.
Deep scratch.
And so but I thought instead of playing What's New Pussycat, we would play some of his other big hits. And as you know, Mr. Jones had a number of very fine hits over the years. He's currently on tour, even though he's in his 80s at this point.
Wow.
Yeah, but a very fine singer to this day. And this is, I thought, if I played this cut, it appears to not be affected by the scratch. This is one of his lesser-known songs, but it's the great theme to a James Bond movie. Ace is the one that turned me onto this one. Let's give it a listen.
Lips.
Wow.
It skipped again. Sorry.
Why don't you flip the record over?
Yeah, I mean, we've got to do something.
No
I don't know how
joke.
that.
Side 2. Well, the side 2 has a live version of What's Your Pussycat.
Oh,
Right.
I see. I see.
So sorry.
Solution.
So sorry. Excuse me. Christy Lee is at the Bob and Tom news desk. Christy?
Scientists have found evidence that suggests when it comes to the size of the male member, men can really be growers or showers. According to Gizmodo, the research was conducted by urologists trying to determine if penis's ability to stretch when erect could impact the kind of health care they would provide to their patients.
Oh.
For the study, physicians conducted ultrasound scans on more than 250 men before and after the penis became erect.
That has to be an awkward day at the doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
They considered...
Miss Jones, we'll need you in room 6.
Miss?
They considered men to be growers if their flaccid penises grew by more than 56%, and showers if they grew by less than 31%.
Okay.
Approximately a quarter of men belong to each group, with the remaining half falling in between the two categories. So what would they be?
Slightly grower.
Yeah.
Single.
56%.
44%.
The findings were presented at the European Association of Urology Congress in Milan.
By the way, if you are a shower, I should make this clear. It does not mean that the ladies in the park necessarily want to see it.
Yes. So,
the phrase.
Yeah, the curtain's not open.
not all showers need to be seen.
Yeah, that's of course. The most famous case probably is, wouldn't you say, Michelangelo's David?
Well, we don't know how
we
big
don't know
it got.
we don't know how he grew.
How big does it get? You don't know. That could have been it.
One would hope it would be.
One would hope, but you don't know.
Did you keep reading the article? Most of the research was actually done by Madonna.
Hey, I got all the stats right here, fellas.
Okay.
Yeah, she gets around. Yeah.
Wild woman.
That's why they do it on her home planet.
Most women.
I think by that definition, I'm absolutely a grower.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anybody else want to speak up?
Gentlemen would never.
It may be short, but it's thin.
It reaches my body. That's all I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a palate cleanser.
What?
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby. Here he is with his joke of the day.
My grandmother, she thinks she's funny. Mm-hmm. She tries to prank us by pretending she's choking on her food.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an old gag.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
My grandmother thinks she's funny.
Tries to choke on her food, you see.
Yeah.
It's an old gag.
It's the old gag.
Well, here's some food that you'll be happy to swallow. Omaha Steaks.
Yeah.
That's right. Spring
Omaha.
into something delicious with the Omaha Steaks semi-annual sale. Save up to 50% off site-wide. Plus, when you use code BTS at checkout, you'll get an additional $30 off your order. Minimum order may be required. Omaha Steaks, how I love you. And Ace, how I love you.
Oh, that's nice. I have a question. You know that whole thing with the Hulk?
Yes.
And the David Banner?
He's incredible, isn't he?
Do you think that's supposed to be kind of analogous to the growing male member?
Maybe not so, but certainly the id.
Because he becomes
larger
and more powerful.
But he never loses his pants.
No, he never busts out of his pants.
Yeah, so you can't see if he's...
No, I'm not suggesting that that's what happens to him. I'm just saying it's kind of a metaphor.
Most of those superheroes, yeah.
For
Superman, a teen boy who can suddenly shoot a web-like substance when he flicks his wrist. Wonder what that's about.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right there.
That'd be putting it to good use.
Sure.
There you go. Very helpful. We'll answer many of these questions, and we won't answer most of them. Coming up, we have cheating on a urine test, we have the topless maid is back in the news. We'll find out what she's got going. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Now, what kind of vacations do you get? And since you travel so much, Jim, I would imagine that
a vacation
would be staying home.
Yes.
I know last summer you had you
went camping.
Your semi-disastrous camping experience.
It's my wife. I married this woman who loves to camp, and I'm indoorsy.
Yeah,
you know. She always brings up camping's a tradition in my family. I'm like, hey, it was a tradition in everyone's family till we came up with the house.
Yeah.
My parents never took me camping. You know why? Because they loved me. You know? If it's so great outside, why are all the bugs trying to get in my house?
How true.
Boy, I'm with you on that.
Happy camper. Has anyone ever really been a happy camper? Because whenever we use that term, we're being sarcastic.
Yeah.
He is not a happy camper. Well, why don't we just call him a camper? He's miserable. You know who's a happy camper? The guy leaving the campsite. He's the happiest camper. He gets to take a shower.
Yeah.
It's a camping thing.
Camping.
Are you a shower man versus a bathtub man?
I'm a neither. I'd rather do nothing.
Yeah, just lay in bed.
The shower, yeah, definitely. The bath thing, that seems like a lot of work.
It does.
That just seems, I don't know.
You have to wait.
Yeah, it's just you gotta figure out. You gotta stand up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like once I'm standing, I don't want to have to, sit down and then stand again. I'm that lazy. And chick's like,
Brilliant. You are talking my language. I never thought of that before.
And when you stand up out of a bath, don't you have all the suds on you too?
Yeah.
You're sitting in all that.
Then you got to go take a shower to clean out.
Then you have to rinse off.
Take a shower. I don't understand it.
And they're slippery. Old people get themselves broken hips all the time in them.
Yeah.
I hate bathtub showers more than anything.
Relaxing.
No, they're not.
No. Yes, they are.
Mary and I primarily do physics experiments involving flatulence. Basic stuff.
Oh, yeah. It really does bubble. How about that?
Hold a match to the surface of the water, that sort of thing.
I would have never thought of that.
I've not thought of that either.
This is the first show
now
in a long time.
You're going to take a bath.
I'm going to have to take a bath to see if it works.
I have to take notes.
You guys don't take baths with your significant others?
Well, sure. I mean, I've done that.
Not if you want them to stay your significant others. Honey, let's take a bath. Why don't you do that? I can check out Sports Center. You know what Christy wants? She wants a bubble bath
and some sodomy.
That's exactly
No.
See, we have to explain.
You have to be very careful what you say and it's taken out of context.
Family-friendly show.
That doesn't work. See, people don't realize that Christy didn't actually say that. Chick
and some sodomy.
Well, who is that then?
No, but I mean, she said it in a different context.
We were talking about something totally different.
You have it on tape.
Isolated.
You just keep playing it, right?
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking. Do you see me moving? Christy, what do you want for Christmas?
Well, now, Jim, now you're playing.
I want some nice.
Don't play
Christy
the game.
wants some perfume
and some sodomy.
Okay. Wow. Do I have to come over there? I'm not feeling well.
All right.
That won't be on the TV show.
No.
Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom all the time in your ear.
Tonight on Bob and Tom Television's Animal Channel, it's Miracle Pests, the show that examines the unexplained actions and surprising heroics of the smallest and most maligned of animals, pests. We'll take you to Kokomo, Indiana, and we'll meet Roger Mondor and find out how termites ate through his floor, causing him to fall into his basement just before a tornado devastated his home. Next, we'll take you to DeLand, Florida, to tell you the story of Maggie Kuder and the mouse who ran up her leg and frightened her so badly she ran out of her house just before it mysteriously exploded. Then we'll go to Segmack, Arkansas, and meet the Cheeseman family. We'll hear their true story. A swarm of Canadian wasps attacked and repelled an armed intruder as the Cheeseman family napped in their home following a baked bean dinner. Finally, we'll meet Harriet Billingsley, who, upon discovering a swarm of pubic lice, rushed to the drugstore to get a bottle of Quell shampoo and, on impulse, purchased what turned out to be $1 million winning lottery ticket. Join host Dick Verman tonight for Miracle Pests. Miracle Pests, only on Bob and Tom Television.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
With us in the studio, comedian Chaz Elster. Chaz is an actor and a comedian, but a long time ago he was a clown in the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Yes.
And you indeed are a graduate of the famous Clown College.
Which is now defunct.
Which is gone.
Yeah.
But very tough to get into.
Yeah.
Very tough.
Especially now.
Thanks, Chick.
Good observation.
Thank you very much.
Had a couple questions about Clown College. It's interesting to me. Yeah.
Well, what are some of the courses? I mean,
What was
they
your
have
mascot?
Balloon blowing, or
You had balloon blowing.
Wait,
You
hang
had.
on a second. Wait, Bob has did you have a mascot?
No, we didn't. But that would have been funny, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I wish
What
I
would
was a
be a
little more
clown?
prepared.
Banana. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Probably maybe have something really straight, like the mascot's a guy in a suit. Yeah. Yes, sir. You have to provide your own explosions?
Yes, I was making $130 a week. Out of that came taxes, my union dues, and
There's a clown
There's
union?
a clown union?
no, it's called AGVA. Is the union.
Can you imagine if they were on strike, though?
Clown union?
Funny. The picket lines. And,
Yeah.
Be noisy.
And
What do we want? When do we want it?
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
hey,
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the news desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hey.
There in the performance room, it's Pat Godwin.
Hello, Chick McGee.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby.
You're still laughing.
Huh?
You're still laughing.
At what?
At your joke? No.
I don't think so. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
thank you very much. Chick McGee is broadcasting from the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see him right there.
Hello.
We have Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom news desk. We have to catch up with a few other things. What have we missed?
Well, we have an update on our topless maid from yesterday. Sammy
Hubba.
went back to social media to answer some of the internet's most pressing questions about her topless maid service.
Now, let's just set this up again. She was...
Yeah, there were a number of questions about how much Sammy was paying her security guard, with many people saying 35% cut of her total takeaway was too much because she would actually have somebody go with her to homes. She would charge money by the hour, and she would clean the house for tips and for the hourly rate, topless. And she responded by saying her security detail, his name is Joe, is a former Marine, and she entrusts him with her life.
Well, what she had said was that she makes about like $1,400
a day
plus a day.
Yeah,
and that she paid.
It's $300 an hour.
$300
Right,
an
and
hour.
that she paid this guy $800 a day. So that is
Right.
more than half.
Well, no, that $1,400 was her take home, $800 was his, so it's like
That's exactly what I said.
$2,230. Is that what you just said?
No. She made $1,400 and paid him $800.
No, it's written that way. But when I looked it up, she made $2,230, paid him $800, so she would bring home $1,400.
Oh, okay.
A day.
The thing is, how clean is the house?
Yeah, how is the maid service?
I mean, you put on a white glove, walk around going, this place is a mess.
Yeah.
Sammy explained in the event of an emergency, Joe gave her an SOS watch that she can press to summon him immediately. She went on to say clients must keep their doors unlocked at all times. She was only forced to use the panic button once, and she said clients are not allowed to
Have at themselves?
Well, at least not complete while she's working. That's what it says.
All right.
As far as
want to do extra cleanup.
Hey, can you leave that rag when you go? I'm going to be needing that in 5 minutes.
as far as her clients are concerned, Sammy said 60% are swinger couples, adding they tip very well.
How about that?
How about that?
Half.
Again, I'm very skeptical of all of these numbers.
So she kind of gets there. She goes there, warms the oven, gets the oven heated up for the couple, and then when she leaves, then,
Right.
All right.
In another update, she says she cleaned 8 houses in one day, starting with her first appointment at 7 a.m.
Oh, I bet her jaws hurt.
Only does cleaning, chick. Does not offer extra services.
See? And as I say yesterday, she only cleans for single men, not women who have lost their husbands. She doesn't do widows.
There's a better...
I don't do widows.
Maybe I don't do widows.
Is that still a thing? I don't do windows. I hope so.
You ever watch adult cinema, Tom, to get it going? You know.
No, I don't do it. It's unnecessary.
Prime the pump, so to speak.
Sammy only surface cleans homes and only tackles jobs that will only take an hour.
And a half-assed manner, I'm guessing.
She has only had a few clients that have hired her for a couple of hours to deep clean her home.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now, do you think a similar thing would work if you were like Josh, say a pantless butler?
I mean, there might be some.
You'd go to someone's house with no trousers on and walk around.
Yeah, there may be.
Would you like some more iced tea, sir?
Oh yes, sir. So maybe like an older gay gentleman or an older woman who.
Did you say a pantless butler?
That's what he said.
Yeah, Josh would walk around, no pants on, and maybe a feather duster.
Oh, he's very proud of his legs.
Let me get that, Mr. Johnson.
I don't think I have the ass people would want to see, and am I in the angry position? Because
it's up to you.
It'd be tough to walk around all the time, wouldn't it? Like that. Well, you said you'd take a while, so
it's kind of fun to walk around like that.
Does it?
Yeah. I tend to lead with it.
Actually, I can't seem to find my tie. Oh, there it is. It's
like to bury the lead.
So you can hold a cup of coffee and a dozen donuts and open the door? Is that what you're saying?
I can hold a pack of Hostess mini donuts.
Okay.
That's
pretty impressive.
Wow, that is impressive.
Oh, you guys.
That's a lot of donuts.
I have to smash them down real.
Okay, well, I'm very skeptical of all of these.
There's no reason to be skeptical of her numbers.
Okay.
Just because you would never do this doesn't mean there are people out there that wouldn't.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to tear down this hardworking lady.
This makes a little bit more sense if there are swinger couples involved, and it's just kind of like a kind of a one-time thing. It's kind of funny and fun.
Yeah. Or once,
Yeah.
Where's she located?
Is freaked out by it.
Florida, okay. Yeah, see, there's plenty of...
Florida, where the fun is.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see.
That's where the fun is.
Mama.
Speaking of Florida...
Papa, Mama. Okay.
A woman allegedly tried to bypass a urine test using a liquid-filled pill bottle concealed in her vagina.
Oh, no. Those tops are hard to get off with your hands.
Wouldn't a squirt bottle have been a better idea?
Those child-proof lids. You got to line up the two things and pry.
Balloon or something.
Wouldn't you have one of those little, like, cake decorating pods, and you'd fill that up and you could Kegel it?
You'd think that would be at least more realistic.
Right? According to court
that's
records.
a good idea, Christy.
Yeah.
Well, she's faked a drug test many times.
Yeah. The 44-year-old Shannon Hunter was required to provide a urine sample to probation officers.
I still can't find any Shannons.
After she
Shannon Hunter.
What? You are very silly.
Thank you.
After she pled guilty to charges of theft and possessing painkillers without a prescription.
Where'd you keep those?
She allegedly hid the pill container inside herself, but she was found out by probation officials familiar with the scheme. Apparently, this isn't the only person to do this.
Wow.
The 44-year-old later admitted the liquid in her plastic container was just soda and tap water. Well, that's not going to fool anybody.
Yeah, that orange Fago. You must be dehydrated there, Toots.
She pleaded no.
You must have diabetes like crazy.
My word.
She pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor charge of urinalysis fraud and was sentenced to a maximum of 20 days in the county jail.
So she had to reach down there, unscrew the lid on the pill bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Weird.
Right.
Well-
Should have used something better.
Do women need to be watched like men? I've heard.
Well, see, I don't know if they do.
We had someone send us.
I'm sure they're watching
the thing for guys where it looks like an appendage. And
what kind of appendage? Like a wiener?
Yeah, like that one.
The male
No, like your right ring finger.
I just thought it was silly. He wouldn't say wiener.
Because the pee comes out of that, you know.
But remember the one that they sent us. They apparently come in a variety of skin tones.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And the one guy that got caught was because he had the wrong skin tone. You know, just one of those things.
Just one of those.
Hey, Dave, you ordered the Jamal. Could we get a correction on that, please?
My bad.
She should have used like something clear, though, right? Like Perrier.
She should have used somebody else's urine.
Yeah.
Isn't that what most people
And
do?
I think there's synthetic
Or
urine out there as
synthetic
well.
urine.
Yeah.
You don't just use soda water.
How
Yeah,
about
you
that?
put their tablets. You put them in the
Soda and water. How weird.
Well, ma'am, you
just
tasted. We just tested your urine, and it's either Dr. Pepper or Mr. Pibb, but we can't figure out which
Soda
one.
and tap water.
Wow.
Man.
Okay, well, sorry about that, lady.
No, you're not. She's
Either am
crazy.
I.
That's nuts.
Delinquent.
Didn't think that through at all.
How are your Kegel muscles, Christy?
Oh, I Kegel all the time.
Could you
I
snap
do
a carrot?
Pilates. No, I couldn't snap a
Can you
carrot.
snap a carrot?
Who can snap a
What the
carrot?
hell's wrong with you?
Could you?
I think it's a good
Could
time
you
to
ready
change
a
the
cigar?
subject.
Could you snap a pea?
Can you flip a coin in there? No, I'm sorry. That's the other way. I'm sorry.
Huh.
Let's see. It's time to move on.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is. We have a number of things to get to, including, we have to get that. Remember that sound when you were a kid of the ice cream truck coming around the corner?
Of course.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
It was usually what was like the monkey just the bummer.
Followed by the sound of my mom or dad telling me we don't have enough money.
That's right.
Oh, Josh.
I hate the ice cream man.
Really?
I hate it.
I know.
So
you,
bad.
you wouldn't think so, would you?
Did you have an ice cream man in your neighborhood?
Yes.
He robbed him.
What was
Boy, and we enjoyed watching the neighbor kids get ice cream.
Hang on.
Sure was a treat.
I've got a question.
What'd you
what
get
are you
there?
trying to get to? Will you get to it?
Oh, when we come
He's
back.
going to start crying.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You know how he cries.
Okay, sorry. Did you
I
ever
really
once? Did you ever once get to go to the ice cream man?
Yeah. I think my grandma was over or something. So.
What'd you get?
I was a fan of the drumstick.
Oh, I was a
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
love
liked.
those pre-made drumsticks.
Yes.
Those are delicious.
Wonderful.
I like the bomb pops. Remember, they looked like rockets.
Always hated them.
What?
I appreciated the patriotism of them.
Hated the bomb
I hated the
Well,
flavor.
you guys are wrong.
I know. We are in the minority.
Did you like the push-up? I mean, the
No.
food, not the exercise.
Popsicles.
Like an orange
Oh, those orange push-ups?
you, Ace.
push pop is what we were called.
I see. Well, we have guy pushing something else
Like to see
from
you
an
do a
ice cream
push-up.
truck when we come back. Right now, speaking of food, spring is here, and perhaps that set of taste buds you have been phoning you up going, we're bored. We'd like something better to eat. This is where HelloFresh has stepped up. They've got some great new stuff. Every week, of course, they have 40 recipes to choose from. And it's not just recipes. They're buying the food, and they are measuring it out, and they are sending it to you. You put it together for great hot meals, restaurant quality. You're saving money, and you're preparing great food. They give you the directions. You've got the cards telling you what to do so you know what goes where. Some of the new stuff, how about these dietitian win recipes? Under 700 calories, made with less sodium. You can power up with protein smart options like one-pot pork and black bean chili or creamy Dijon dill chicken, each with 30 grams or more of protein. Get the details at HelloFresh.com and add that code word BTShow60. So it's HelloFresh.com/BTShow60. Cost of groceries is going up. It's the perfect time to get started with HelloFresh. HelloFresh is cheaper than going to the grocery store, and of course, it saves a ton of time. 25% cheaper than takeout, plus you'll have fun putting it together. Great for date night. You can cook together. Great for teaching the kids how to cook. That's what I like to do. Quality ingredients picked at their peak ripeness. Freshness is the key. Once again, it's HelloFresh.com/BTShow60. Why 60? Because you save 60% off plus free shipping. Once again, a 60% savings and free shipping. BT Show 60 at HelloFresh.com/BT Show 60. Coming up, it's the ice cream truck. and more. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. 2 large banks that cater to the tech industry have collapsed after a bank run. Government agencies are taking emergency measures to backstop the financial system. And President Joe Biden is reassuring all of us that the money that we have in our bank is safe. It's all eerily reminiscent of the financial meltdown that began with the bursting of the housing bubble 15 years ago. On a lighter note, whether it was the lingering drama of the slap or the prominence of blockbusters in the Best Picture race, a bigger audience was lured back to the Oscars this year. The 95th Academy Awards, which aired Sunday night on ABC, was viewed by an estimated 18.7 million people, and that's up about 12% from last year's show. And a coalition representing the Maine lobster industry is suing an aquarium for recommending that seafood customers avoid buying the American lobster. That is the one harvested in Maine most often. Industry groups suing the Monterey Bay Aquarium in California for defamation, arguing in a lawsuit that their prized catch should not be on a red list published by Seafood Watch, which is a conservation program it operates. Last year, Seafood Watch put lobster from the U.S. and Canada on that list, and they say you should avoid it due to the threat posed to rare whales by entanglement in fishing gear used to harvest American lobster. You'll have to judge. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon, just slap a little on, repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks, I needed that.
Is that Mr. Béchon?
Yeah, I think that's the sign.
Mr. Béchon.
Hey, this is Tom. Coming up Wednesday morning in the Bob and Tom Show, it'll be sexy time with comedian Allie Breen.
Dear Allie, no matter how me and my boyfriend start having sex, we finish with doggy style.
All right.
Should I be worried he's either gay or doesn't like seeing my face?
Oh, my
God. No. I got this. Both.
That's Wednesday morning on the Bob and Tom Show.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
If Bobcat called you, wouldn't you keep it and play it for all your friends? Hi, this is Bob Goldthwait, too.
Yeah?
We've got an X-rated movie coming up where I think you're perfect for it. Just give me a call.
I had a phone call from Bono that I accidentally erased.
Oh, no!
Yeah, and I was like, Dad!
Oh, why'd I do that?
Have you ever heard Bobcat's Bono?
I haven't. I can't do it, but yeah.
I bet you can enough to make us go, oh, my God.
No, but so he called.
You mean he heard you doing your Bono and he called you?
Yeah, he was very nice. And then I saw him. I was at Dodger Stadium. Or no, I can't remember what stadium it was. It was very, and he and I met him, and I'm in the, like the stadium doorway, and he said some very sweet things and very kind, and we talked back and forth, and it was just him and I and one other person, and he starts walking out to do his concert, and he turns around and he takes off those, the fly sunglasses, and he goes, "Hey, Bobcat," and he throws them to me, and I catch him, and I go, "Thanks, Mean Joe."
I knew that was coming.
And he goes, "What?" Yeah. I'm going, oh man, that's one of my best riffs ever. Falling on his deaf Gaelic ears. Yeah.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I recently got married, and
boy.
Yeah, and my wife changed her name. I know some women have a problem with that,
but I wanted her to have my old girlfriend's name.
She must really love you.
Call me old-fashioned, but
Hell, you got the tattoo. Why not?
my wife actually got pregnant on our wedding night.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, not by me. It was, crazy night. But either way, I'm getting a brother. So. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I don't think her parents like me though, because apparently when you meet someone's mother, you're not supposed to hug her and go, "Oh yeah."
Lord Loretta's a fine young comedian. Are you a health guy? You run. You look very slender and.
I'm not a big health guy, although I'm healthy. I just had a complete physical, and unfortunately, I'm at that age where you get the real intense physical.
No, yeah.
You know, I hope I'm not sharing too much, but the doctor actually stuck a camera in my rectum. It wasn't part of any procedure. He just suspected that his nurse was stealing from him.
Hey, guy, it's Ken Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey there, chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
Ace Cosby's here. Hey. Once again, Willie, a little bit under the weather. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Thank you, Chick McGee at
You're
the
welcome, sir.
OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. I'll remind you also, sports fans, fill out your brackets for our basketball mayhem competition.
It's mayhem.
Get those in before Thursday. Now, what have you got there, Christy?
Well, archaeologists in China unearthed an ancient manual flush toilet that dates back 2,400 years.
Wow.
China Daily reports that broken parts of the toilet, including a bent pipe, were found at the Yin-Yang archaeological site last summer.
Is this a joke?
Oh, no, the yin-yang is right.
Yin-yang.
The yin-yang.
Not yang. Yung.
Well, that is the Walla Walla.
Bing Bang
Big
Institute,
Bang.
yes.
And then the
toilet is believed to have been used by rulers of the Qin Kingdom during the Warring States period.
I think it's more likely from the Dung Dynasty. Of course.
Which was 475 to 221 BC.
Of course,
or
the Qin Dynasty.
Who doesn't
by
know?
the
Dung
you have
Dynasty.
Bang, the first emperor of the Han Dynasty, 206 BC to 220 AD. Liao Rao.
The Han Dynasty?
Yeah. A researcher at the
Yow Yow.
Liao Rao, a researcher at the Institute of Archaeology at the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, explained that the toilet bowl was placed indoors with a pipe leading to an outdoor pit.
Wow.
He added it's the first and only flush toilet to be ever unearthed in China.
They say that it was man-made, but Dr. Fauci's insisted it was nature. It was just caused by nature.
Prior to this
A man
discovery.
paid for coronavirus to create it.
Is that right? Is that right?
Allocated the money, yeah.
Is that right?
100%. Josh Arnold hangers half of America.
Well, what about the virgin blood? Oh, sorry.
Prior to this discovery, the first manual flush toilet was believed to have been invented.
In the 3rd century? 4th?
Well, you got them all.
Didn't he? He got them all. By
If there's
John,
anything funnier than the 3rd century, I don't know what it is.
BC.
by John Harrington for Queen Elizabeth I back in the 16th century.
Oh, yeah, Harry Harrington. Yeah, that was his nickname.
Yes.
Speaking of toilets, I know we have common restroom facilities here.
Yes.
During the break, I went into what is normally the ladies' room.
Right.
You know, I don't mind sharing, but that's why we have air fresheners and cleaner. It is so disgusting.
No,
I have to go down the
it
hall.
isn't. It was me.
Yes, it is.
And I flush as it's coming out. I mean, I'm telling you.
Let me tell you something,
I
Christy.
left that bathroom odorless.
It's
Christy, let me
not
tell-
odorless
let me
now.
tell you
Somebody went in between
No,
me
no.
and you.
That's not. It's him.
Not
so
true.
much so
You.
it seeped into the men's room. I
That
know exactly
isn't
what you're talking
true.
about.
There's a spray that you can use in there.
No, because then it just smells like
Let me tell you
spray
something.
plus crap.
Let me tell you something.
Like a mint flavored jerk.
So true.
You are banned.
No, I'm not banned.
You're banned.
I don't like the. I'm fully comfortable with the so-called unisex bathrooms. I
Right.
just don't like when they have the sign. We don't care. Well, if you don't care, I'm just going to leave a turd on the floor, okay?
Yeah. You care now?
Really?
Would you like me to aim for the actual facility?
So someone being nice and saying, oh,
We don't care, whatever you are.
You go right ahead. You're going, oh, really? I'll show you. That's the way you are.
But I especially don't like it when they do it in foreign languages. Look, I know this is a whatever kind of food
You're
this
in
is.
France.
Yeah, I don't know anything about your language. Just is this language? Can anybody go in this one? What are the rules?
The smell, though, was horrible.
Then you know what? It wasn't me then.
It may not have been you. I wasn't accusing you.
But I did
and
go.
I love all of you.
I was
outside. I knew something was up when I saw vultures circling. I thought, what's going on in there?
Mine was awesome.
Okay, could we move on?
Awesome.
Could we move on, please?
Okay, authorities in Louisiana have arrested an ice cream truck driver for allegedly selling meth.
Nope, I just arrested the truck. I like a Choco Taco and
those are a delight. They're gone, aren't they?
They are gone.
That was a big thing this week.
According to Slidell police, narcotics detectives pulled over the repurposed blue school bus for having no brake lights.
Slidell police.
And an expired license plate.
They can't spell cat if you spot them, the C and the T.
Oh, look, there's the ice cream man. It's Uncle Marty. He's going to help the kids lose their teeth and the adults.
M-A-R-T-Y-N-E-T-H-T-H.
Police said detectives had received prior information that the owner was using the ice cream truck to sell meth. While searching the vehicle, they found melted ice cream in the freezer, along with methamphetamine and other drug paraphernalia. Well, they weren't even trying.
No, they weren't.
They had the music going 10 times the normal speed. That was kind of a dead giveaway.
Guys been out there all week.
The 42-year-old driver. Can you imagine being the kid running out there after that ice cream truck and he's just a fraud?
Can I have a SpongeBob?
Wait a minute.
Why are they playing the theme from Breaking Bad, Daddy? What happened to the monkey who chased the laundry bush, whatever the hell it was?
The 42-year-old driver was arrested.
What is that? You mean wait a minute.
Wait, what is this?
Mommy, are my pajamas clean? You know the laundry bush comes on Wednesday.
What is it? What is it again? The monkey.
The monkey what?
Well, somebody has to do something.
Please slow down and think.
Sorry.
I think it's the something about a hen in a hen house.
What is this?
The rooster went round the. What is it?
This has been the Bob and Tom Show. We appreciate you listening
all these years.
Okay, that was fun.
What was it, the monkey?
Christy, you're very red.
Well, you heard what he said.
Monkey chase the mulberry bush.
You know what? I don't know if it's what you said. I think it's how you said it. Like the bravado. And
was it the monkey?
I don't even care anymore.
Oh, my.
What's the monkey?
I can't breathe.
Beautifully done, sir.
Hurts.
I am in the presence of great. I couldn't have done it better myself.
Oh, God.
Congratulations.
There was only one way to follow up one of the craziest sentences I've ever heard, which was, "Oh, the monkey chasing the laundry bush." What?
So it's not a laundry bush?
What is a laundry bush?
I forgot about the laundry bush.
You need to, as soon as we're done with whatever we've been doing, you go in there and have Dean play you. That was really, really something.
I'm trying to find the lyrics.
It was a mulberry bush.
Okay, not a laundry bush.
No,
okay,
it's
sorry.
What is it that runs around the mulberry bush?
A monkey.
Monkey.
It really is the monkey in the mulberry bush?
Get off the monkeys.
There's a monkey.
And what's it doing to the bush?
Here, I found the lyrics.
Oh, here we go. I bet that word you said's not in there.
I bet it's not.
No, but I bet other words we can't say.
All around the mulberry bush,
the monkey
chased the weasel.
Oh, okay.
Chased it first.
Yeah, the monkey thought it. The monkey thought 'twas. A little of a poetry word there. The monkey thought 'twas all in good fun. Pop goes the weasel.
Everybody's forgotten about my sugar pie now. Whew.
Okay. Then it gets just very weird.
Yeah.
A penny for a spool of thread, a penny for a needle.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That's where all the money goes. Pop goes the weasel. That sounds like a John Prine lyric. There's a hole in Daddy's arm where all the money goes.
What? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Brine.
No, that's a John Prine lyric.
Oh.
But this is it says a penny for a needle. That's where all the money goes. Like some kind of a heroin thing.
And for those who haven't been listening all morning, Christy, when you just said, well, everyone's forgotten about my sugar pie, that's also very alarming out of context.
No, it's very.
I'm sorry.
I meant that.
What was it now? The monkey.
What are the standards used for ice cream trucks?
What do you mean? What are the standards?
I mean, isn't it
I'm sure
Pop
they're
Goes
regulated.
the Weasel and
Yeah, I've heard the entertainer.
The entertainer?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, I've heard that on an ice cream truck.
What are you doing over there, chick? Are we bothering you? Are you sewing?
Yeah. Well, like it matters what any of us do right now.
You're at work.
Okay, I've got the top 10 ice cream truck songs.
Oh, great.
And I have to tell you that Chick McGee is right there with number 1, The Entertainer.
It was me.
That's
In fact,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Chick doubted that it was you.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
I've got to get back on it here. Camptown Races.
Okay.
La Cucaracha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
Brahms' Lullaby.
Where's
Is that just the classic lullaby song? Da da da.
You would want that for an ice cream truck?
No, that puts
Well, if you're trying to lull the children into a
Get in the van, Billy.
Where's the one that you mentioned?
Where's Zippity Doodah in there? Is that in there?
Turkey in the Straw.
That's what I was thinking of when you
How
were
does that go?
Yeah.
And the turkey in the straw.
Oh, what's a turkey doing?
I'll tell you what the turkey doing in the straw.
There with the monkey.
What rhymes with turkey? Almost. Sorry.
Man, you really, really nailed it. I gotta tell you.
It was awesome.
Just a slip of the tongue.
What else is on the list?
Yeah.
I'm trying to. That's pretty much it for this list.
Okay.
There's a 10.
There's some more of them. Ice cream truck songs.
The monkey.
Christy, did you have an ice cream truck ever come by your neighborhood?
Yes, we did. And then I got really excited because our regular van type ice cream truck that sold the bomb pops and all that became a Mr. Softy, which I loved because they had the soft serve ice cream in it.
Oh, wasn't that the nickname of one of your dates?
No. Mr. Softy was a big deal in our neighborhood when they changed.
That's a hell of a story, Chris.
That's everything.
I'm just telling you. Did you have an ice cream truck where you lived, Chick?
As a matter of fact, my best friend's older brother drove the ice cream
Well,
truck.
there you go.
Would you often get free?
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
I was kind of a big deal until I hit about 20, and then it went downhill until just yesterday. So, there you go.
What was your ice cream of choice from the ice cream man?
I would just get a vanilla cone.
Oh, it was a softie?
Mr. Softy, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I never had that, Mr.
Really?
Softy.
You've never had
Yeah,
Mr.
no.
Softy?
It was always
Oh.
the van-shaped.
Yeah. If the van-shaped guy came, I always liked those strawberry shortcake things or whatever they were. Those were
They
good.
used to have a Captain Crunch ice cream
Yeah.
bar that was chocolatey cake inside, and those things were badass.
Yeah, they were good.
Wow.
We had the Good Humor Man.
Of course you did. The white cap and the white outfit. Of course.
Now, is anyone here in a good humor? I hope so.
Did you hear what the monkey was up to?
Now, this monkey was
Naughty
running
monkey.
around the old laundry bush. And
Mulberry Bush. I'm sorry, I got confused.
And he wore a little bow tie, too, didn't he?
And then we had Uncle Marty.
I don't know. Who's that?
Uncle Marty.
Is he just a lunatic?
a pedophile.
That's a bad touch.
No, I mentioned this a few months ago on the
Uncle
show,
Marty.
and I immediately got some emails from people, including a photograph of Uncle Marty.
Come on down to the basement. I'll show you my new video kit.
He still wanted
Got to see what this monkey can do.
authorities, I tell you.
Okay, sorry about the monkey thing. I just
No.
Home on the Range is one.
Oh, sure.
The Cuckoo Waltz.
I wonder what the cuckoo was.
Seems like they would have updated songs.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mr. Softy theme.
Here comes Mr. Softy, the soft ice cream man. The creamiest, soft ice cream you get from Mr. Softy.
This.
Hurry, refreshing delight to breathe. Look for Mr.
6 more minutes.
My milkshakes and my sundaes and my cones are such a treat. Listen for my store on
This is what David Lynch hears when he's walking down the street.
It was all a dream.
Refreshing delight to breathe. Look for Mr. Softy. S-O-F-T-double-E.
I'm going to kill this for a second. This guy's dead.
Who's dead?
Mr. Marty?
Uncle Marty?
No,
died in prison.
the man that wrote the Mr. Softy jingle.
Well, of course he's dead. It's
Are you kidding? Did you hear it? That was like the third song.
The singers are dead. That was the third song ever written.
He probably died 45 years ago.
He was born in Philadelphia. Mr. Les Wass.
I'll have Les
Wass.
Last name spelled. His last name is spelled W-A-A-S. Wouldn't that be Wass? Les Wass. Mr. Les Wass died at the age of 94.
Wow.
He wrote the It's Mr. Softy jingle.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming today.
For generations, it has sprung from ice cream trucks throughout the metropolitan area of Philadelphia.
Bringing so many smiles to area.
And now the carrying of the casket to the burial site as the singers stand.
Mr. Wass. There goes Les Wass. He's as cold as one of his ice cream cones.
It's a sad story. This guy died.
He was 91.
It's a few years back.
I bet this was 91.
I said 45 years.
But obviously, they're going to have his funeral on a Sunday.
Very nice. You saved yourself. You saved the whole break.
I heard that it rained a little bit, just sprinkles.
No, start cussing some more of that.
I didn't cuss. I was singing.
You did not cuss. That's the thing.
Really fun.
Things happen. I'm sorry. Just a slip of the tongue.
Hey, I was just thinking, my sleep number is 100.
Is it?
I like to really
thinking about that?
I can't wait to go back to bed.
Firm mattress.
There you go. You know that 8 out of 10 couples prefer a different mattress firmness. Christy Lee, what is your sleep number setting?
I'm different from Chick. Mine's 40.
See, that's soft like a marshmallow. You get to pick what your setting is. This is a very simple idea, perfectly executed by the Sleep Number people. They've been doing it for years, and they've got it down. They've added a bunch of other cool things to various beds available from the Sleep Number store. I'm talking about maybe you've got a snoring partner. Well, perhaps maybe a little bit of a Flex Fit Smart Adjustable Base on your bed would help that. Or perhaps it's too hot or too cold. Sleep Number's got that taken care of as well. They've got a whole bunch of beds that do a whole bunch of different things. The basic principle is either side of the bed has its own firmness setting. You don't have to decide at the store if you like the firmness of your mattress. When you get home, you adjust it. And by the way, some of these beds actually help you get the perfect setting. They will call you up. Not in the middle of the night. They're not going to wake you up. But it's based on digital technology helping you get the perfect firmness so you get a great night's sleep. Because proven quality sleep is important so you have a great day the next day. And it's Sleep Number's lowest price ever. Right now, save a staggering $1,200 on the Sleep Number 360 i10 Smart Bed. Plus, special financing is available for a limited time, subject to credit approval. Get the details at sleepnumber.com/BT show. That's sleepnumber.com/BT show. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. We're coming right back. We've got some important lessons in the world of... this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
Once again, Bo Burnham is our guest, and he has a little tour going. We'll give you some of those dates in a second. Go ahead, Bo.
Every time I go to dinner, seems like I'm getting a little bit thinner. I'll sit down at the breakfast table. I can talk while they're not able. When I look at them, I find there's a single question on their mind. I wish I could go back to the way it was. It's not easy now because my whole family thinks I'm gay. I guess it's always been that way. Or maybe it's because of the way that I walk. Makes them think I like boys.
Oh, my.
The goddamn question just won't go away. And I get asked every single day. But the way they ask it is not a disguise. Like, how was your day? Do you like to kiss guys? This is the worst, baby. This was my fear. Now their opinions are crystal clear. Because my whole family now is shocked. I'm in the closet and the door is locked. Well, now my glory days are gone. I was John Elway, now I'm Elton John. Well, my whole family now suspects that watching SpongeBob had side effects. I'm not gay, and that's what I said. If I'm gay, hey God, strike me dead.
That's a joke.
Just because I'm afraid of the snow, or my favorite color is the rainbow. I'm just joking. This is the worst, baby. This was my fear. Now their opinions are crystal clear, yeah. Because even my boyfriend thinks I'm gay. I'm just... Oh, God. You all probably think I'm gay. Man, this song is counterproductive. La 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 la. Because my whole family thinks I'm gay. I said, what did they know anyway? You gotta look right through the haze. Easy bake oven was just a phase. And my whole family thinks I'm queer. That is all I ever hear. But I've been as straight as a ramp, if you don't count Bible camp. Bible camp. I'm not gay, I swear. Kind of.
Bo Burnham.
Famous for his flamboyant personality, hair pieces, and nightlife, has passed away at the age of 82. NBA winners last night: Detroit, Minnesota, Memphis, Miami, Houston, Milwaukee, and Golden State. And in the NHL, all these in regulation, Buffalo, Colorado, and Dallas get the wins. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Most unfair thing about life is the way it ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
With a death. What's that, a bonus?
No.
Life is tough. It should be reversed. You die first, get it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Then you live in an old age home. You get kicked out when you're too young, you get a gold watch, you go to work. You work for 40 years till you're young enough to enjoy your retirement. Go to college, you do drugs, alcohol, you party, you get ready for high school. Go to school, you become a kid, you play, you have no responsibilities, become a little baby, go back into the womb, spend your last 9 months floating. You finish off as a gleam in somebody's eye.
Oh, nice.
Bravo. That's perfect. Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Did you have another song for us?
Yeah.
No, you don't
Please.
have. We have plenty to get to if you don't.
No, please. He wants to play a song.
I love songs. I love music.
And could you guys do could you do an impromptu duet as What If Tom Waits met Leon Redbone?
Why can't he just sing his own song?
Because I'd rather hear
All right. Well, a children's song. You pick the children's song, Josh.
Let's go with Bingo. Or no.
You can do Bingo.
Okay, here we go.
Do you want to? Who's going to start?
There was, what you do? Oh,
This is Leon Redbone.
There was a farmer, had a dog, and his name was Bingo. N-G. Give me a B. And that lonely old O. Give me an I. And an N-G-O. And Bingo was his name. What was his name? Oh. What was Bingo's game? Behind you. And the lonely farmer threw the stick. And Bingo fetched it. Until that sad evening. Give me the when old Bingo caught the rabies by a bat. He's like old Yeller. He was a happy fella. Behind you.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom.
Com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
Pat almost passed out during our last break. It was very, very close.
I found the actual originals of these. So
there's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Ace Cosby.
Once
Chick
again,
McGee. Here's Tom.
Chick McGee reporting from the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. Get your mind right. Get your body right with Orange Insoles.
Get your mind right.
Most popular ice cream songs for those ice cream trucks in the United States. The Entertainer, Home on the Range, If You're Happy and You Know It.
Clap your hands, yeah.
La Cucaracha, London Bridge is Falling Down.
London Bridge.
Music Box Dancer. Music Box Dancer, rather.
What's Music Box Dancer? Oh, the classic the dancing.
And then I got this one for you to clarify. Sorry, there was a problem earlier.
Yeah, I wonder who caused that.
Here is the famous song. I was unclear on the lyrics. Here it is.
Here's a funny little song about a monkey and a weasel. All around the cobbler's bench, the monkey fought the weasel. The monkey thought was all in fun. Up goes the weasel. A penny for a spool of thread, a penny for a needle.
Yeah.
That's the way the money goes. Up goes the weasel.
That one didn't sound like
I'm not sure that.
What's that one in? All right.
Okay. I'm sorry.
What happened? Why are all those old songs just the creepiest?
Yeah, they're all the lyrics are scary.
Oh, they're weird.
She a great big fan.
Here's a great song about a monkey and a weasel. Had to kill your mother last night, but that's okay. Sing along.
She won't chase you around anymore, will she?
Very creepy.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Woo! Time now for Today in History.
Tom? This is a good one. This is a good one. This has a connection to classic rock music.
All right.
But it goes back to 1889.
That's right. Oh, it must have been Skinner's first farewell tour, right?
1889. I emphasize the 18.
Yes.
Ferdinand von Zeppelin patents the navigable balloon.
How about that?
Is that where we get Franz Ferdinand?
That means you
It
can
is not,
fly.
but good guess.
That would be the second guess. I appreciate that.
Uh-huh. Yes, it's
Ferdinand von Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin. We've heard of them.
Nickname Led.
Have you ever seen the merch that they're doing now for that?
No. For what?
For the whole unfortunate Hindenburg thing.
Oh, no.
No.
You have to hit the site. They have a little shop.
Really?
Right there in
They do?
New Jersey. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they sell Ode to Humanity cologne.
Oh, they do? Oh, I'm looking at the website. Look at this. All the tacky stuff. Those things you put golf balls on, the OU Humanities.
Oh, jeez.
I can't believe they're selling this.
It's terrible.
This is really terrible.
Let's see.
It's the same joke.
Here's a good one. Here's a good one. 1923, President Warren G. Harding was the first president to do what?
Walk. No,
It's a good one.
Impregnate someone
1923?
other than his wife.
No, that would go way earlier.
Give a radio speech.
Yeah, State of the Union.
No. In 1923, President Warren G. Harding was the first president to pay taxes. And by the way, probably the last. I don't think these guys have to pony up the way we... let's see. Happy birthday, Albert Einstein.
Oh,
He
smart
thinks
man.
he's so smart.
He's famous, of course, for...
Listening to Leo Szilard?
No, the formula E equals MC Hammer.
That's right.
We're all familiar with that phrase, of course, because it's hammer time. Happy birthday to...
I do have it.
One of my favorites, Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
God, he's born 1933.
Man, he's old.
90. Still great. Also born in 33, Quincy Jones.
Quincy.
I mean, a pioneer.
Quincy
for sure.
has passed away, I think.
No, he hasn't.
No, yeah.
Is Quincy no longer alive?
I thought he was still alive, but
Deader than
Rashida's dad?
a legitimate genius.
Oh, yeah,
I would say
the best. I didn't know that. Are you sure? Can you check
No,
that?
I'm
he's
looking.
still alive. I think.
Okay. Steph Curry, born in 1988. And the gymnast Simone Biles, born in 1997.
Oh, she's about to get married soon.
Is she?
She's very.
Unless she gets cold feet and decides maybe she shouldn't get married, and then she'll be on Life magazine.
Quincy Jones is still alive.
Thank you.
That's impossible. Either that or
right.
I'm living in a parallel universe.
You're living in a parallel
Well,
universe.
that's one way to put where you're living.
I think where you're living is a beautiful place, and I'd like to join you there.
I certainly am lucky to have hooked my wagon to your star.
Maybe you're thinking because he and Peggy Lipton got divorced.
Yeah, Peggy Lipton.
That's how big Quincy was.
She has no backbone.
Peggy Lipton was, now do you know this one, Josh?
Yeah, Peggy Lipton
Peggy
is?
Lipton was the star of what TV show?
Was she?
Mod Squad. I know.
I'm sorry, Josh. You get the. I'll give you the points for Mod Squad.
Thank you. Mother of Rashida Jones,
Yes.
right?
A widow of Quincy Jones.
She's not.
No, she's deceased, sadly.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
weird.
Peggy Lipton was in Twin Peaks, also, wasn't she?
Yes.
Okay, thank
She
you.
was a waitress, right?
Yeah.
Things we learned on today's show. We learned that we got to get Eddie over here to fix this turntable. I'll tell you what.
Tom says early on, a quote, "Don't try to explain daylight savings time to a dog."
My dogs are
Fair enough.
furious. You don't get it.
Tom and I were very upset and caught up in Dick Fosbury passing away, and
I was a big fan. The
Josh
Fosbury
felt
film.
the exact same way, only the opposite.
No, it's very rarely does someone by themselves completely change a sport.
That just affects very few. Very few.
See, Josh, this is your problem because you're not looking at this from a big picture standpoint.
Big picture, boy. That's what you got to start thinking about.
Your goals in life are just too small.
Huge. You're narrow. You have narrow.
Perhaps you could develop something in the realm of self-pleasure that would be revolutionary.
You don't know what I'm working on. It's going to change everything.
The non-manual magazine, for instance.
That's right.
All you got to do is nod your head to change.
Your pocket pudenda.
Actually, so it's put here, Tom, the things we learned today. Eddie needs to give up fixing the turntable, or he needs a performance review.
Yeah, at least, at the very least.
Zebras are black with white stripes. We covered that today.
Okay.
Pontius Pilate did not drive an airplane.
No, nor did he attend the Last Supper.
He tried to get reservations, and it was
He did
full.
not wear aviator glasses to the Last Supper. Had he done that, he would look really cool.
That would have been a cool
Those
show.
little leather helmets, like he's driving a biplane.
Christy said the women's restroom was disgusting because Josh wrecked that
I
toilet.
did not say
it's
Josh
simply
did
not
it.
true.
I don't know who did it, but it wasn't me.
Okay, well, thank you very much. We'll try to get the show back in the tracks for tomorrow.
Yeah,
at some
whatever
point.
you say, potty mouth.
Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.